Our sponsors.
Shout them out.
We got to shout out number one, our A1s.
Since A1.
There it is. The Loving Teddy Bear Foundation.
Uh-huh. Shout them out. Shout them out.
Had to get our horns in there. All right. The Loving Teddy Bear Foundation, in case you don't know, is founded by our big sis, Tyranisha Marlowe, and Mama Sonia Mills McCall.
Gotcha.
The focus of the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation is mental health awareness with the concentration on suicide prevention. This foundation is a tribute to the life and memory of Brother Colin Connor. To learn more about his story and the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation, please head over to their website, which is lovingteddybear.com. And if you'd like to make a donation to this awesome and amazing foundation, you may do so via their website or on Cash App. Their cash tag is $LovingTB Foundation. That's $LovingTB
Foundation.
There it is. And we also have to take this time to shout out, of course, you know,
Who it is?
the Wellness Coalition. Listen, working together to improve health and access for all. It is the Wellness Coalition. So we're grateful to God for the Loving Teddy Bear and the Wellness Coalition. And speaking of the Wellness Coalition, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you may not realize you need vaccines throughout your adult life. Vaccines are important to your health and can protect your health and the health of those around you. Each year, thousands of adults in the United States get sick from diseases that could be prevented by vaccines. Some people are hospitalized and some even die. Even if you get all your vaccines as a child, the protection from some vaccines can wear off over time. You may also be at risk for other diseases due to your age, job, lifestyle, travel, or health conditions. To learn about the vaccines you need as an adult, visit thewellnesscoalition.org. That's thewellnesscoalition.org, or you can call 334-293-6502. That's 334-293-6502. So again, major shouts out to the Wellness Coalition and the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation. So yeah, man.
Doc, it's been a great week. How's your week been?
Week has been resilient. Week has been resilient.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I like that word.
How has your week been?
I'm gonna use the word. What's the word you use all the time? Splendiferous. I'm gonna use that one, man. Hey, fam, if you're on Facebook, we want you to just go ahead and help us engage with more people, allow more people to be a part of this conversation, and just invite them into this space where they can learn more about what's going on with the righteous perspective. Just tag, share, like, subscribe, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, whatever you're listening on, we want you to keep on listening. Shout out to you because you make it do what it do. Now, family, we got to tell you, last week we had an amazing guest so good, had to bring her back again. And we're excited because we think something is on the horizon.
We got to run it back.
Yeah, we had to run it back. And look, and I can't wait for you to see it because everybody got on the room today. Shout out to Alabama A&M.
And it's crazy. No.
No.
Shout out.
We're not going for that now.
We ain't going for that. Shout out. It's sis here. No. Sis is here. Sister Jackson is in the building.
Yo.
Sister Jackson's in the building. First giving on the God who's the head of her life.
Let me ask you something. When people find out that your last name is Jackson, how many times did they just sing it? I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real.
Literally all the time. Another problem is I got a new last name and people still call me Miss Jackson.
Really? Oh man.
Well, you know, some folk they get stuck on them names anyway.
No, it don't matter to me.
They get hard for some folk. Because my name is Lee, but some folks still think that that's short for something.
Like Leonard.
Oh, no, you give me Leroy.
Oh, my God.
Leroy B. Walker.
Listen, stop calling you Pastor Leroy.
Pastor Leroy.
What you
Pastor Leroy.
Pastor Leroy.
We are
You
here
just
on
went
behalf
to
of
New
Pastor
Orleans.
Leroy, Big Walker.
You just went to New Orleans for no reason. I'm like, Leroy.
So
No.
listen, fam, it's 3:11 here in the capital city,
Uh-huh.
and we have a topic that we need to go ahead and get off the ground. We got to dive right into it. So, of course, you know that this past week, many of us celebrated Love Day or Valentine's Day.
On leap year.
Yeah, that's very, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Ooh.
So, it was kind of interesting to see whether or not the ladies had got their men something on this Valentine's/Love Day situation. And
There we go.
so Leroy,
Hey man, don't start that stuff.
how was your love day, your Valentine's Day?
And did you buy cheap candy?
That's the question of the day.
So can I be honest?
Yeah.
I did not buy any cheap candy. First off, my kids and my wife are too bougie, so I had to get like the Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher.
There you go.
Oh, okay. All
There you
right.
go. Help me.
Come on, word.
Cause they real bougie. And so I had to get them that good stuff. And so no, I didn't. But I promise you, I'm going to the grocery store today.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Okay, so I have no problem with you buying the cheap candy. I have a problem with you giving it to your wife.
Oh.
You put that in your snack drawer and on your desk. Don't bring that home.
Look, man. Hey, I'm all for a sale. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we had a beautiful day. It was a good day.
That's
It was
good.
a beautiful day. Good family, all that good stuff. My daughter, she took it upon herself to make cards and things of that nature. It was pretty
Yeah.
That's
dope.
so sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
That's good, man. That's solid. That's solid.
Absolutely. How was your love day?
It was busy. It was good though. It was busy. You know, we had Ash Wednesday service on Valentine's Day, so that was very interesting in and of itself. But it was good though. And
You
so
had Ash Wednesday service?
we had Ash Wednesday.
Are you a
service.
Baptist minister? And I'm asking. Okay, so before they
Don't even do that.
before they
Don't do it.
before they come and get me, I'm asking for understanding because I went to school in Louisiana. I went to Grambling State University, and so while there, I got a better understanding of the celebration of Easter from Catholic people. So that's why I asked that. That wasn't in the way to be of offense. I was serious.
I get it.
No. I think the more learn we
That's a
become,
valid question.
the more learn we become, the more we are celebrating those
Right,
Christian
right.
holidays.
Absolutely.
Because I really like, not to say I didn't learn it in a Baptist church, but like a better understanding of like Easter and celebrating, because the Catholic Church down there like wants you to understand what Mardi Gras is about.
Yeah.
So before you party, come back to the Lord, you know.
Absolutely.
And so being there, that's why I asked, like, are you a Baptist minister? Because that's cool, like to celebrate, because we were honor him rising, but we don't really talk about what led up to the stone.
Come on now.
Right.
Come on now. And it's significant, and it helps you to have a greater appreciation for Easter Sunday.
Right.
So yeah.
And
we did that. We had a Fat Tuesday fellowship.
Oh yeah, that's
all
dope.
that type of stuff, man. You know, so we just do what we can to educate the people, help them to understand why it is we do what we do,
Right.
and get people to see the larger picture of why we celebrate Easter or Resurrection Sunday, depending on
Right.
what people want to say. Yeah.
Right.
But
And-
it's good.
I love it.
Yeah. And for me, I'm really big on that. Like when I went on my journey to like learn and study religion, I took some things from people, and the Catholic recognition of like the resurrection process is so beautiful.
Absolutely.
Like even for Lent, even though a lot of people celebrate Lent, I just think that's like so cool when you really are disciplined to do it.
Yep.
And then also, I'm old school. Although I don't like blues, I like Fish Fry Friday. And so the Lent process of no meat on Fridays means everybody having a fish fry. That was my favorite part.
Saturday fish fry. I like it. What kind of fish do you like?
What kind of fish
What
fry?
kind of fish do you like?
Ooh, now like I said, I got outdoorsmen in my family, so I'm hoping today my brother got all the fish from the lake in his freezer. But I like natural fish, so if it's locally caught, I'm gonna eat it. Fry it. I'm coming. Orange roughy. I like tilapia. I like swai. I'm anything like the ocean. I really don't like shark or eel, but everything else I'll eat it.
I like it. I don't
That's
like that.
interesting.
I don't like that. What is it? Sway?
Swai.
I don't like
Why? It's a really meaty fish.
I don't like it. It's too fluffy for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little weird with this texture.
And you know what? Cod to me is like that.
Cod.
You know, you go to fancy
Cod is a
restaurants,
little different.
they sell it, and
Yeah.
it tastes kind of the same way. So I get it.
Yeah.
Got you.
I'm going now. I ain't gonna lie. I fell in love with flounder though.
Yeah, flounder's good. And before Justin's moved off the west side, Justin had the coldest fried flounder sandwich. It was
What is Justin?
Justin's Seafood Market.
Where did they move to?
They're on Northern Boulevard.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man.
help me. We're gonna have to write these down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, we're 16 after the 3 o'clock hour, so we're gonna go to a commercial break. We'll be back
We're back.
to talk about if loving me is wrong.
I don't wanna be right.
And if I love me, I'm going to do right.
Ooh.
Hello, somebody.
Miss Jackson.
We gotta get the sound for that.
Listen, y'all keep it locked. This is Straight Church
No chaser.
with Pastor Trey.
And your boy Pastor Lee.
And Sister Jackson.
Yeah. Good afternoon, y'all fam. I see you, Mercy D. How you doing? Sister Madison, Sister Powell, Sister Carolyn Powell, how you doing? Dr. John Malone, how you doing, Doctor?
What's going on, everybody?
Good evening, Sister Agnes Long, Sister Talina Ruffin. She said, hello, everybody.
What up, though?
Hello.
Brandon, please don't come to New Home. Talking about no Pastor Leroy.
His name is Pastor Leroy.
You make me sound like my health won't be real.
Slick.
It is.
Yeah, slick down.
And you're supposed to have like super shiny shoes all the time.
Taffy Brown said hello to all.
What's good?
Hey, happy Friday.
Hey, man. So, how are y'all doing? Give me one word for your week. I need one word for your week. I'd love for y'all to share the broadcast with someone so that they can be a part of this conversation today. Because it's impossible to love someone else when you don't know how to love yourself. So we're going to have some good conversation today. I'd love to see you all. Just tell me one word for your week. And I'd even admonish you to think positively. Don't give too much energy to the negative, but think positively. I see you. John Malone said, thankful for the week. Good afternoon to you, Sister Elizabeth Williams. She said, and Sister Jackson.
Hello. Hey. You know, I was telling y'all last week with my husband. That's really my friend's husband.
Uh-huh.
That's him.
Hey, right. He said, my week was great. I
Yes.
love it.
Big
I love
big
it.
caps.
All caps, right? He's fussing with that great.
Hear me.
Great.
I have 2 complaints though.
Uh-oh, come in the house.
So why nobody asked me about my Valentine's Day?
Oh my God.
Boom.
Oh my
Boom.
God.
Well, I passed it to him. He was supposed to pass it.
No.
to me.
He passed it to you. Only woman in the room, so you just skipped me, Trey. Okay.
No, I passed it to him
Stick with it.
because of
It's
where
okay.
you. It was where you left it last week.
No, what do you mean I
It was
left
where you left it last week.
You didn't even ask me.
So we wanted to, but I passed it to him.
See, Trey.
He was gonna pass it to you. You was gonna pass it back
Trey
to
didn't
me.
ask me because I don't have a husband. It's obviously what happened in here.
Well, you have a husband. It's just your friend's husband. But you know, it's how that. However y'all working it.
Come on, bro. Speak it out. Speak it out.
However y'all choose to make it work, that's y'all business. I ain't in it. I'm not in that.
And then my second issue is there is no love in this place. Because it's National Pizza Day, there's no pizza. And before New Home come and say Pastor Leroy is on the fast and diet for Jesus, it's healthy pizza we could have had in this place. It's my 3rd time seeing y'all.
There you go.
And y'all ain't had no groceries up in here. Real pizza, okay? Not that. I eat bougie slice.
My Lord,
What's bougie slices?
Oh, I like bougie pizza.
she like bougie pizza.
I like locally homegrown. I want to be able to smell the kind at the kitchen. Yes.
She want Alfredo sauce on her pizza.
No, not that. I
White
just like a
sauce, no red sauce.
I like it light red sauce. Thank you.
She says I want organic
Mhm.
pepperonis.
That would be great. But no, I really
rather-
like. Can a brother get a slice? I never had him.
She want tofu on her pizza
Not tofu on my pizza.
with hummus spread all over her crust.
Oh my God. I'm not that bad now. Wait a minute, brother. By bougie pizza, I mean like something locally, prepared.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. So, what's your favorite pizza spot locally? Do you have a favorite pizza spot?
Absolutely. Of
What's your
course. Okay. So my favorite, if I'm going to have one off the top, and I'll have another choice, it will be Midtown Pizza Kitchen, only because they have my favorite salad there and my favorite beverage there.
Wow.
But if I'm going to take somebody to have a full out pizza experience, we're definitely going to go to Can a Brother Get a Slice on South Decatur Street.
Absolutely.
One, because of course we gonna eat everything black, buy black, support black businesses, Montgomery.
Powerful
But
people.
hear me. But said though, it's actually from my community, so I've known him since like a kid. Yeah,
Really?
we went to elementary school together.
Wow, that's
And
like
high
family.
school. Like, yeah, that's my boy.
That's
Like,
family.
hey, I can see his house from my house.
That's family.
Right. So yeah, if we're gonna have pizza, we gotta go get that.
Okay. So
What about you?
When we get back on the air, I'm gonna make sure that we rectify the problems that you had. We're gonna make
Oh
sure.
no, that's okay.
No, we're gonna make sure we ask about.
I mean, I guess y'all don't want to feel lonely because y'all dressed like me today. I understand, Trey.
No.
See how the
They
church
say
do you?
great minds think alike. And for whatever reason, all of us decided to put on this maroon and burgundy.
Literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
it just worked out that way.
It did.
Go Bulldogs.
This was no.
Absolutely
This
not.
was not planned.
Absolutely.
Go Bulldogs.
Mm-mm.
Actually, so A&M was my Black History fact today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What you tell them about that beautiful school?
I didn't tell him. I didn't post it yet. But the guy who founded
William Hooper Council. Uh-huh.
yeah, he founded A&M, and his son came and founded Trenum here in Montgomery.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
And so while we used to consider universities as sister schools, that's a mother school.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
something.
They don't know about that.
Yeah.
And one of the buildings on Alabama State University's campus is
His name is after him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he was a former slave.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, he was sold into slavery on the campus of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
That was so amazing about him coming back there.
Right.
Dang,
Right.
That's something.
There's a beautiful waterfall right where he was sold.
Mm-hmm.
Right
Now-
next to the Sigma Stone.
And so what is his relation to the Trenum here in Montgomery that the housing project and now the community is named after?
I believe you know.
I'm asking you. Because you can't have one part of the history.
Well, so I don't know all of that.
Okay.
I don't know all
So
of that.
due to his great legacy, that is named after his son.
Mm,
So that's where we got that from.
mhm.
Oh man.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just good. It's good information. Because while we have this rivalry, we have such a connection.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And often we don't even lose sight of that rather.
And I think that it's important for me, just to share general knowledge about
Uh-huh.
Black excellence, or not even Black excellence, just Black people in general. Because some people don't know. If we don't know where we come from, we surely won't have a roadmap to get where we're going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it. I see people still chiming in. Hello to you, Sister Taffy Brown. Encouraged transitioning week, a grateful week. Praying for you, Sister Cat, still in the loss of your father. We're lifting you up. That God comforts you and gives you strength in this season of bereavement. Sister Taffy Brown said, I'm good. Even a bad day, I'm still good.
Amen.
She asked the question, Sister Jackson, where are you from?
Where am I from?
Mm-hmm.
The best side of the city. The west side. Where else is there to be from?
She said the east side of the city.
No, I said the west side of the city.
She said she put on for Chantilly.
Never. Not ever.
Because I put on for Chantilly.
No.
Where
Where
is Chantilly?
right. My grandma used to say that was a cow pasture. So
Wow.
It was.
yeah, I'm actually from Mobile Heights, Washington Park, and Hunter Station.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, Sister Taffy said y'all talking Montgomery, Alabama, her hometown. That's where we reside.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Nick DeVoe. Sister Ashley Jordan, she said she loved her hair.
Thank you,
She said, good afternoon. She from a place called Flatwood. Oh, we know about Flatwood.
Oh yeah, we know about Flatwood. I know some good folks from out there.
We know about
Sister Fuller,
We know about
Jackie Fuller. I love her to death.
We know about the woods that's flat. I put on for Chantilly. Hey, Doc, I swear I'm gonna put that on the shirt.
and then put like it's a name hyphen Dr. Leroy.
That's it. Don't
Dr.
forget
Leroy.
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 I ain't gonna lie, we come up with some April Fool's shirts right there.
They're gonna be at church on Sunday. Hey, Pastor Leroy.
Keisha Faber said, "Hey, Shayla."
Hey, Keisha Favors, Operation Guru, and happy marriage to Kawana. I'm so happy and excited for you and the bridal party in Atlanta. I know y'all having a good time.
She said yes. So Taffy Brown said yes. That's her family. You can push it back up.
Okay.
I need to pull it back up.
And I just
no, that's fine.
I put it down.
No, it's fine, right?
oh, y'all didn't ask me, but my week was Fannie Willis.
Say it again.
My week was Fannie Willis.
Okay, listen.
Y'all know who Fannie Willis is?
Yes.
Go further.
Who is she?
She's the district attorney
In
was it
Atlanta, Fulton County.
Yeah.
She was on not on trial. She had a hearing.
Yeah, she went-
Yeah. She didn't want him.
I want to know.
She got to the business.
I wanted you to tell me. So she was standing on business.
Right.
I wanted you to tell me what a Fannie Willis week is to you.
For me as a Black woman, I just was empowered watching her because as a Black woman, you have trials unseen. You know, people will set you up to be what they think the stereotype of you is, and that's exactly what happened to her on that stand. They asked her questions to penetrate her psyche and also to make her look bad. And the first thing that she said that I love was, "I think you got something confused. I'm not on trial here. Donald Trump is." Because we get caught in the weeds like that. And then as a Black woman, when you become successful in your career, one of the first things they say is she slept her way to the top, or she had to be dealing with somebody to get here. And this is what the hearing was about. You know, this man got a job, he's giving you money, you having sex with him and whatever. And our interpersonal relationships is not nobody's business. That's the first thing.
Right.
But the second thing to that is, Fannie said, I got my own bag. My daddy told me to have my own. He told me that a woman should always have.
Yeah.
And as long as I have to take care of myself, I don't have to look to a man for anything. And so it was not about, separating men versus women, but just as a woman who's worked hard to do things and to achieve, I was proud that she stood the way she stood.
That's amazing.
I like it. I like how you're sensitive enough to feel what you feel.
Yeah.
In moments like that, like we're like a society now that we're so used to things happening.
Right.
We're like kind of desensitized,
right?
To powerful moments,
right?
Even to the contrary of the powerful moments, right? The pitiful moments, but
right?
I think it's dope that you're remaining sensitive. Tell me, how do you remain sensitive to moments in a society like this that's so distracted?
I don't think we're distracted. My mom always used to say, in my house, you got to walk and chew bubble gum.
You got to do what?
Be able to walk and chew bubble gum. And I've taken that on, in adulthood. You have to be able to, I always remember where you came from. Yeah. I even in college, at the end of and you know how you do a presentation and you say, these are my thanks. I always thank the West Side of Montgomery and Carver High School. Because I didn't want anybody to forget that's where I'm from.
Wow.
When I'm at work and they say, Shayla is from the central Alabama. No, I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. Actually, the West Montgomery, Alabama. And I think that reminding yourself of that keeps you grounded. Yeah. But also, you always have to remember it could be you. I said last week that we're one decision away from a different life. Right. But that may not be my decision. Yeah. It could be Trey's decision that he wanted to tear the studio up. Now me and Lee can't come back. Okay. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's how life works. That's true, though. And so, in order to stay connected, I always tell God not to keep me humble, because I think humble is another area of abuse for people, but just to keep me in tune. Yes. I always want to be able to come home. I want to be able to go sit at your grandma's house. Yeah. I want to be able to come to your church and your elderly members embrace me, but your young members appreciate me. Right. And I think that as we grow, we get away from that. But I carry that in my heart.
I love it. So talk to me. Go further, because there's some women.
We got 15 seconds.
Okay, we'll get to it.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Okay.
We're about to get back on the air, family. We're so grateful y'all tuning in. Please share, like, love, or subscribe so more people can be a part of this conversation. Mama Angie said West Side.
West Side.
What up, Mama?
Please know that.
They tell us some hey, Carver High.
Hey, Carver High.
We
gotta talk about that.
Let's Carver College.
We have to talk about that, because I'm about to start a ride and have a February fest, because we done won everything to win over there on the West Side.
Oh, and them maroon look good on here, man. I'm talking about long live thy fame. Let go Bulldogs. Yeah.
Montgomery's Inspiration Station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY. It's 331 right here in the capital city. You're hanging with your man, the Crown Prince, Pastor Trey.
And your boy, Pastor Libby.
And also,
Sister Jackson.
We in here.
This is Straight Church.
No chaser.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we keep things real, relevant, and
Righteous.
And again, we do want to take this opportunity to shout out our sponsors. We cannot thank them enough
Shout them out.
for all the things that they do to help keep Straight Church No Chaser on the airwaves. So we got to shout out once again the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation.
Love yourself.
And we also got to shout out the Wellness Coalition. And listen, we do want to remind you that the Wellness Coalition, they're offering diabetes prevention classes. And if you want to know more about it, be sure to hit them up, 293-6502. That's 293-6502.
Yeah.
So now
Love yourself.
Oh, you feeling it? You feeling the song?
Hug yourself.
Go ahead.
Love yourself.
Go and say it.
Hug yourself.
All right.
Love yourself.
And do what?
Hug yourself. Show me what you're working with.
If only people could see how you romancing the microphone.
Literally.
Like,
and literally hugging himself.
I know he's romancing the microphone. He look like Leroy.
Leroy.
Okay, all
That's
right,
that new hit dropping next week by Pastor Leroy Walker.
Coming in. I put on for Chantel.
So listen, we
I put on for Chantel. I put on for Chantel.
I don't know what he got in that pink and purple cup over there, but they got him turned. He lit.
Communion juice.
Communion
He
juice.
lit over there. So listen, we do have to right or wrong that was made during the first segment. I do have to apologize.
You do.
No, ain't no you. It's we.
No.
We.
No, it was you.
Yeah, thank you.
You were supposed to alley hoop me. And
Thank you.
And you
And
dumped
he
the
didn't
walk
do
off the
it.
court.
Yeah, he did.
No, it was you.
No, she's
It was
right.
you.
Wait a minute.
It was Pastor Trey.
I passed it to him.
No.
We was running the 135.
Y'all saw that.
The 135. I passed it to him. He's supposed to pass it to you.
What is the 1-3?
And that's all you had to do. See, don't worry about it.
What kind of
It's
play
okay. It's okay. I wouldn't expect you to understand. I just wouldn't expect you to
I
understand.
ain't never heard of
But listen,
135.
Sister Jackson,
What that mean?
let's just mute Leroy till he calm down. Sister Jackson, tell us, how was your love day?
My love day was awesome. It was really good. My mom reminded me this morning that she left me a gift on her couch, and I need to get it before my nephew eats it. And I got to spend time with a very cool friend. She got her first place, and you know how when you're grown, you want people to appreciate that. I went by, was able to check out her place, and I sat while she watched the game. And that was it.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was cool. That was dope.
I love it.
All right.
It was the middle of the week, so I think all of us was kind of just vibing.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Vibing our way through.
Right.
Chilling, enjoying life, maxing and relaxing.
Oh, absolutely.
So, family, today's topic is if loving me is wrong.
We don't want to be right.
Just be right.
And then Sister Jackson came in and added,
Lord, I hear you.
she added the side beat to the track, and she said that since I love me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what's right.
If I love me, I'm
gotta
gonna
speak-
do what's
You
right.
gotta speak on that.
So I think it's important to focus on you.
Mhm.
I am a big person about, benevolence.
Okay.
But you cannot be good to anybody until you get to yourself.
Yeah.
And so if you're not taking care of you, you don't feel good, you won't think well, you
Mhm.
won't behave well, you
Wow.
won't communicate well, and you won't be well to be around.
I like
And
it.
so you have to make
No,
sure
that's
for real,
true.
you really do.
That's
You have
true.
to
No, that's
secure
true.
yourself, you know?
That's true.
So that's why some folk you just don't want to be around.
You don't, because they
They
don't
don't love themselves.
they don't love themselves. They don't take care of themselves, and they don't get good rest.
So,
Mm.
oh my.
Rest is essential to good decision making.
And it's holy too.
Oh yeah.
My God.
Even the Lord went to sleep.
He went to sleep a little late though.
I mean, I
He
don't
was a creator.
listen. I don't know what time it was, brother. I'm
But
not.
he-
I'm
but
not
he
in his
did, though.
business.
But he did though. He did go to sleep.
Y'all
Absolutely.
crazy.
Absolutely.
Y'all crazy.
So
But that's real.
no, I love that. I love that. So as we get into this conversation, I think it is necessary, just as we were just singing, the theme song we kind of made up for our day ones since day one, the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation, that hug yourself and love yourself. I think it's imperative that and I hope you did it. If nobody else did it, I hope you did it on Love Day, is what called it. Every now and then you got to wrap your arms around yourself and tell yourself, self, I love you.
Not every once in a while, every day. When you start your day, starting with a positive affirmation. I went through a series of training with Dr. Sybil Sloan a couple years ago. And that was one of the most beautiful things. You had to affirm yourself for 2 minutes. And everybody on the call did it, whatever your affirmations were for the week. And it really made me feel rejuvenated and energized to start my day in that way. And so I think that if you wake up every day and say, I love you, I'm going to do my best by you. I may have messed up, but I'm going to try again. And not even that I messed up. I'm going to do something different for us today. You'll take that with you.
Wow.
That's powerful in and of itself, though.
And you said 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Is there something you still practice?
I do.
Every day?
Every day.
Wow.
Now, I will say I wake up a fool sometimes. Okay. But I meditate in the morning. So I create a space. I built that time just to center myself and start over. And sometimes I just talk to myself,
And so I think some of us do that without even thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
I'm that person washing my face like, you the man.
You hear me? Buck yourself up. Gas yourself up.
You the man. You the man. You did that now.
You'll never stop I look good today. You get that as the mirror. You see me flexing?
Have to smile at yourself.
Right.
Look at yourself.
Look at that boy with this soft skin.
Come on, somebody. When I used to get a haircut, I used to love to rub my line up. Let me check for it.
I love it.
Ain't nothing wrong with
you.
You
Said you was rubbing it.
I used to rub my line up. I did. I was killing men in the barbershop.
Really?
I was.
Really?
I was faithful.
Hey,
Okay.
look, I love it. I love it. I swear I do. I think that's good for somebody though.
Yeah.
One of the tips you just gave for loving yourself is affirming yourself.
Affirm yourself.
At least, and you said at least 2 minutes a day.
2 minutes a day. And if you're not a morning person, because I'm an early riser, do it before you go to bed. Just stop and before you lay down, and turn the lights off. Talk to yourself. Give yourself some grace, no matter what that is. Because sometimes you have a bad day internally and nobody knows. Wow. And you have to build your own self back up to start again tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if you can, just take those 2 minutes and reconnect.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Ashley said, be your own hype man.
That's right.
Be your own Flavor Flav.
Please.
Huh?
Ad lib yourself.
Kiera said, yes, talk to yourself. I love it. Bishop Middleton said, good teaching, 2 minutes a day.
2 minutes a day.
Yourself.
Absolutely.
So that's tip number one. Now, there was something amazing that happened on Sunday. It's what they call the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And, as far as I'm concerned, Usher Raymond won the Super Bowl.
USHERRAYMOND. That's what we want to do for me. Oh, hey, this is the wrong station for that, brother.
He gone with it.
Look, I don't know the words that way. 7 o'clock
on the dot,
on the way to church, cruising in the streets.
I got a real cool deacon that's waiting for me.
Yeah, for Sunday school, teaching class from Deuteronomy, chapter 3, verse 15.
Oh my God! Oh, wow!
Usher killed the man. When I tell you, he killed. Bishop Middleton said,
"I'm officially a hater of Usher."
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wow! Why?
I ain't gonna lie to you. That dude had the coldest outfits. I don't know what JD was wearing. Jermaine Dupri had them. Was them Louis Vuitton?
Yeah.
He had them Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
The socks on.
It was a pocket. I want to know what was in the pocket.
A pearl. like the button that was holding the pocket.
I mean, hey, it's JD. I don't put that past
Ain't
him.
no telling, man.
Ain't no
Look,
telling.
now everybody trying to dress up for Easter, trying to find them pockets.
Right. Pocket sauce.
No, but
And somebody gonna find them.
nah, you said, well, they probably already found they cost too much.
Somebody gonna find them.
They better start making fake ones now.
KK
You
said
already know
KK said Usher took his shirt off. I got to keep mine on.
Nah, you can take it off, you know. It's just, you know, it depends on how much you affirm yourself. It might take 5 minutes a day.
Come on, somebody. Tell yourself what you want to say now.
Say my chest still look decent.
And you know what? If you have a belly, you have nice, smooth skin. That's what we care about. Pull your belly out. It's all right.
No, man, but I think it was just amazing from head to toe, and it showcased to so many people how many hits he had.
Oh, yeah.
It was hit after hit after hit after hit, and it reminded me of how old we are.
Absolutely. What? Excuse me. How old Usher is? Not me.
Hey! Hey, man, you should have turned it up, man, so we could have gave it a remix. I was ready. I was ready. You ready?
Which one? Here you
You
go.
ready?
Let's see what you got. Welcome,
Praise
Leroy.
and worship. No. I'm gonna say all the wrong words on accident, and I can't really come back. But no, he was amazing, dude. It was like, man, and he was giving a tribute to so many different artists throughout.
And so many elements of culture.
Yes. Talk about it.
Okay, so watching the show, when he first came on, it was the Flappers. And if you remember, that was one of his coldest videos. He jumped out of an old school car. He had on the old, like 1920s, 1930s clothes. And it was really good. And then he took it into HBCUs with the band. Shout out to Jackson State University. They sounded amazing the entire time. And while performing,
but it was good.
Oh no.
But that was huge for HBCU.
Yeah.
In general.
When the Kappas were just featured with Usher by themselves,
Yeah.
and they had on those red gloves, it was beautiful because you have to know what a Kappa is to appreciate that.
Yeah.
The Kappas would tell you those were Noob songs.
Excuse me, the Noobs. Yes. Okay. Shout out to BZ Noobs, my boys. ASU campus. Right. But you had to go to HBCU to understand that, or have a man in your family representing the fraternity, so you can appreciate that. Right. And then I just want to talk about first of all, I don't care what y'all say about Alicia Keys and her voice. Sis looked good when she stood up from that piano. Good gracious.
Yeah.
You y'all see that woman, but the regality of that dress blowing behind her, it looked like a red cyclone though.
Man.
It was a moment by itself.
You know what remind me of?
What?
In the year King Uzziah died.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Her train was filling the sanctuary. Nah, man, but no, she definitely looked amazing.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we just pride ourselves on knowing so much that we make an issue out of what ain't an issue. And I said it that way on purpose. Like, did she miss the note? Yes, it was her first note. So now as a singer and the trained vocalist and the recording artist, I think sometimes you got to remember, if you show up and the first singing you do is that moment, it's possible for that muscle to not be ready.
And also, we're in Vegas and it's windy. That's another thing. Because I've been to Vegas at nighttime.
And she's outside.
And she's
dealing with a delay.
Come on, somebody. Because Usher was, if you were watching, Usher was delayed probably the first 5 minutes before they finally caught on to him. And so I one thing I hate about us in this social media culture, we're so critical. Man, some of y'all ain't never been to choir rehearsal in your life. How dare you say how should this lady sound? And you can't hold a note if we paid you to do so. Please sit down.
You critical of what you ain't even competent enough to do.
What I told y'all last week, how dare you hold me to standards you can't reach?
Right.
That's crazy.
And so the beauty of her missing that note was you really saw her artistry and her level of musicianship, because she's bounced back.
Right back. And we're on Celebrate. She wrote both of those songs they performed.
Yeah.
That's
so her playing that piano is how he got the song.
Yeah.
And then we also have to think about just Usher in general on this show. Lil Jon and JD are probably two of the greatest producers we've seen in our lifetime. Across the spectrum. They'll never have their own Super Bowl show. So to see them there, looking good at 50 years old.
Yeah.
Because
Uh-huh.
come on, somebody, they 53. They look good. They had a good time. It was high energy. That's what we should have celebrated.
That says a lot about Usher, though, his willingness to collaborate
Oh yeah,
and to not forget about those who helped him along the way to
'Cause he
get to the
finished his-
platform that he's on.
he finished that show saying, "I took the world to the A.
Uh-huh.
I brought the world to the A."
Yeah. Okay.
So-
What?
It's crazy. The NFL came out and announced that Usher's halftime performance drew 129.3 million viewers.
Yep.
That's a record.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was more than that being announced.
It's a record.
That's
When was
crazy.
that article produced?
3 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think they said something new.
I think they said 200 million. It was like
So it went
200
up?
and something
Yeah,
million.
It
Yeah,
was insane.
yeah,
Man.
internationally. And then also today he had a longer show. He
Okay,
had
so they was just talking about in America. So
Yeah,
internationally.
Yeah, he
Gotcha.
had like 2.7 minutes longer than we ever seen in the Super Bowl show. He used it to the best of his ability.
Hey man, you got to maximize your moment.
Come on,
'Cause
somebody.
every moment matters.
Come on, somebody. When they call you to the stage, you got to show
You
up.
got
When it's your turn, don't miss it.
Don't miss your moment.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss your moment.
That legitimately submitted his legacy.
Absolutely.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, my favorite part was when her came out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And let me tell you how beautiful that is. Did y'all see her post on social media? She sang for the 49ers opening game when she was 11 years old. And she said it came full circle tonight.
Yep.
That touched me so deeply because as a little girl, your dream could be anything.
Yep.
And look how good she looked. And she played that guitar. I don't care what they said. They said she was faking it. That's her own guitar that she sells. I was happy to see that, sister.
But these people gonna learn, man. And when me and Trey used to talk about it a lot, Pastor Trey used to talk about it a lot. It's two things that people swear they have all of the knowledge on.
Man.
That's God and music.
Ooh, somebody.
Like, and folk kill me what they want to know when it comes to music. They don't
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
They don't know what it's like. Half of them, like you said, ain't been to choirs, and they sure ain't been in the center of a field playing anything. It's going to look off because there's a delay. Like, the delay is insane. You almost have to stop up your ears, even if you're singing on the field, because of the distance between you and the sound
Mhm.
and it responding to the receiver. Like,
Mhm.
it's a delay. You have to be ready for that stuff. And I think, man, we just, like you said, overcritical,
Mhm.
and we got to chill out. If it's not that, then it's the Grammys. If
Mhm.
it's not that, then it's something else. Like,
And
we
even-
watch this stuff and commentate like we've been hired.
It's gonna be something.
And I just feel like, I'm still imaginative like a kid.
Mhm.
I want to enjoy entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there to say why I'm unhappy with what I'm seeing or what's going on. I want to just have a good time. And I think that's what ruined it
Yeah.
Sunday. But let's swing around to the point of the matter that we're here for.
Let's talk about it.
So in 2019, Jay-Z, who is my favorite Carter, I love Jay-Z and Blue Ivy. Okay, I'm not Beehive, I'm
Mhm.
Jay-Z.
Really?
Really.
I'm gonna let you have it.
We'll get to her too though. Jay-Z signed a deal with the NFL for 5 years. This was his 5th year. So again, that's why Usher went crazy, because we may not ever have this again.
Yeah, this
If
might
they
be
don't
the big
re-sign, right? That was definitely the denouement. And if they don't re-sign with Jay-Z, not that he's worried about it, whatever his deal was with them, that was a great way to go out.
Absolutely.
man.
I hope they re-sign it, but I'm honestly interested in what it could look like going to someone else for the culture.
If I could pick somebody,
Mhm.
and this is just because this is my all-time favorite person, I would stop eating today to marry this man. I wish we could have Raphael Sadiq,
They ain't
Because-
ready for that, though.
because Raphael is just single-handedly curating our musical history
Yeah, they ain't
in a
ready.
way that we've never seen before.
You think they're ready for that?
They could be though.
I don't even think
The way he's doing,
hip-hop-
what he's doing for television and film for music is unheard of.
I know, but like even hip hop radio isn't ready for Raphael. He doesn't get the love that
Yeah,
he deserves.
yeah.
Anything, and let's be honest, hip hop radio, R&B radio is more club music than it is musicianship.
Right.
So people like Music Soul Child, people like that actually have that neo soul vibe,
Mm-hmm.
that old school. They don't get no play for it.
But I'm just saying for him to produce a show. But I I think that's a problem because that's how come people have devalued music in our society.
Absolutely.
A musician is an artist.
Absolutely.
From creation, whatever you play, if you can play,
Yeah.
you're an artist, you know?
Mhm.
And that's an invaluable treasure to us.
Yeah.
Because if you take the music off a track, as Trey has going now,
Right.
and you still feel good and still vibe, well, you got to thank the band. And James Brown was, let the drummer get some.
Right.
He was serious about that.
He was
serious.
so big on musicality. And the one person I have to shout out for that is Beyonce. She has brought that back to her work style.
Yeah.
She is going to have great musicians from the top of the house to the bottom of the house.
Mhm.
It's going to be some stars in the room, you know, playing just the music.
Yeah.
And so I think that we have to give credit to that. It's not that they're not ready, it's that we won't allow consumption. The world is ready for everything because they like to consume Black art. We just keep stopping from going into the room.
I'll
And
take that.
I'm serious.
I let it rest. I think that, you know, I don't know. I can take that because I love PJ Morton. Always
Oh, I
have.
love you, Jamal.
PJ
If you
Morton.
love me,
Yes, Lord.
just say so.
This dude been killing it since like 09. No,
Mhm.
like 05 with
Yes,
his first
05.
group and his first CD. But nobody was really, they weren't locked. So he was coming to Birmingham every year.
Mhm.
And me and the missus would go up there and we'd enjoy ourselves. And it was a decent show. It was almost like a BB King's event.
Mhm.
Once he hit and everybody was listening, like these last 2-3 years, now you can't get in the middle, you know.
Mhm.
So I think there is room for it, but it's almost as if people are waiting for the right person to give them the nod, for them to say, "Oh, I like that too."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think that's what kind of keeps us in this, because Raphael Sadiq is a genius.
That he is a musical genius. I mean, in the way he is preserving Black culture and music, we should celebrate.
Yeah.
How much time we got? We got to go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Okay.
Have you seen the Disney movie Soul?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God, I got it vinyl. It is amazing.
Mhm.
Really?
Just close my eyes
The
and go
entire
through
track list.
the whole soundtrack.
Yeah.
Man.
On
And
vinyl.
song for
Oh my
song.
God.
And that's what Disney movie. And so if you watching Netflix or you watching some of those CBS shows, that's all him.
Yeah.
He's composing all those shows. And if you can just chill to the music, oh my God,
That's
take me
dope.
there.
That's dope.
We'll be back.
Listen, fam, we're coming back after this.
So who would you pick for the next Super Bowl show? If you had a choice. And don't Taylor Swift me either, Leroy.
My bad. My bad. What you say?
See, Trey,
That's how you do. That's how you do.
Look, I'm sitting there looking at the text message. What you say?
we said if you can pick the next person for the Super Bowl show, who would you pick? And don't Taylor Swift us either, Leroy.
No, I think they're going to do that.
I hope to God not.
Yeah, I think the powers that be are going to say it's been enough culture.
I mean, well, Roger Goodell already is celebrating how many viewers Taylor Swift has brought to the NFL, just her presence.
And I honestly feel like the business made KC win. And everyone's looking for a Taylor Swift now.
What's up, fam? This is Dr.
Ooh, I almost said something. I had to catch myself. Woo, I had to catch myself in this room. Trey, pray for me because I almost said something.
Don't
It
say
ain't hard. It ain't hard to find a white woman. What are you talking about?
Miss Jackson.
What are you saying?
But I think if I was to give to someone else, who would I want to sign the deal, or who would I want to do a halftime show?
Let's do both. Let's do both. Deal first, and then we'll do show.
Missy Elliott.
Ooh, for the deal? My purse. If we get Missy,
Yeah.
oh God,
Yeah.
that's even better than Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Because Missy,
Yeah.
ooh, my mercy.
Because I would
Her
love to see,
and Raphael are head to head for me. They do it for me.
I would love to see a Jazzy or Sierra. Because Sierra will put on a show too. And she naturally gonna pull in different people because so many people brought her.
Yeah.
But Jazz, oh my God.
Sullivan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I will say this about Jasmine Sullivan.
Mhm.
We often don't see a young woman that is as powerful a musician, a writer, a
Mhm.
singer,
Oh yeah.
and an arranger in that way.
What-
We haven't had somebody to do that in a long time
As a woman,
as a woman,
you're right.
because the men usually do.
But you know what class she came up in, and see that was like my college years, man.
Mhm.
It was jazz underground,
Mm-hmm.
PJ Morton underground,
Mm-hmm.
Rudy Currents
Mm-hmm.
underground. Them three came up together.
But in their writing class, you also had Carrie Hilson, Sean Garrett,
That's right.
Ella Dean.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, but they had more hits
Yeah.
in the studio.
Yeah, but they were more writers. They probably had one song that you remember, but they as writers.
Carrie
Oh
got hits, man. Carrie got hits for
man,
days. You hear me?
hear me.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm not looking for her period. Taffy Brown. I guess you're talking about Taylor Swift.
Woo, come on, Taffy.
Sister Marcy said, "Catch yourself, Shayla."
So what?
She said, "Catch yourself."
Oh, I almost had to walk out of here because he's talking about they looking for a Taylor.
Hey, they looking for a Taylor. I hear
Ain't
him
nobody
talking.
studying Taylor.
I hear him talking. Hey, I hear him
Look at
talking.
Trey.
I'm telling you,
I hear him talking like
NFL commissioner.
Oh, I
came out.
know.
And I used to call it like you remember when we had a Fantasia and a Ruben Studdard?
Yeah.
I said it won't happen again.
Yeah.
How much money y'all want to put on this?
Yeah. And well, let's talk about that for a little while. We can get a little culture in here. Historically, the NFL has fashioned themselves around traditional family rules.
Uh-huh.
This is why we saw Beans Rapersberger get married. This is why we saw Tom Brady show up with a wife out the blue. This is why all their American quarterbacks, when they got to live in the quarterback life, they showed up the next season with a wife, little wife, nice, shiny, sparkly.
Yeah,
I'm not
little wife.
joking. I'm not joking when I say that. This is a real thing.
Man.
Look. If you look at the history and the time between Ben Rapersberger showing, and I'm saying what I'm saying, I know his name, but I'm telling y'all what I'm saying about him, and Tom Brady finding a wife and what they look like. Y'all ever heard the story about Tom Brady meeting Giselle?
Uh-huh.
He would have told her, "I'm the greatest quarterback the NFL has ever seen," and she said, "So, sir, they don't even play football in my country. What are you talking about?"
Football?
Football? What?
Like soccer ball?
And he was chasing this. This woman was a model. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying? He was
yeah.
chasing her. The next season, she was at a game. She had never attended a football game in her life.
Uh-huh.
And so while we're joking about it, they've always found Taylor Swift's. Because Travis Kelce ain't had a white woman since he left his mama house. And when I say her house, I don't mean as a child.
Yeah.
This man is from Cleveland.
Yeah.
He ain't never like that type of woman. And this season, he just got one.
Uh-huh.
So you would never saw them before.
And he got one swiftly.
Swiftly.
All right. Hey, baby, I see my wife on
Both
here.
y'all need prayer.
My wife said we color coordinated. Hey, I told them Alabama A&M and all of them jumped.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
No,
They
you
said
didn't.
maroon it is.
No,
right
he
now.
didn't.
Maroon it. Look at the background on the screen.
No, he didn't.
Call me a liar.
Y'all one.
don't listen to nothing Leroy say.
Because he acting like a Leroy.
Right.
You better tell it. Absolutely though. No, you're correct. I just got a feeling that it wouldn't be Taylor Swift or we turn around and be Reba McEntire.
Now, hold on. I like Reba though.
I do
Reba
too.
cold.
I do too.
Reba Post said, "Have you ever seen him with the boots, with the fur?"
Uh-huh.
And she had a fur jacket and some boots. I said, "Come on, Reba."
Uh-huh. I just know it won't be another Jay-Z.
No, it won't be. It won't. It won't be.
Not for a while.
No.
They're gonna test the water and see what the views do.
So do you think it's less likely or more likely that they re-sign the deal?
I think it's highly likely, specifically because Jay-Z is a money-making magnate.
Okay.
Because Apple now sponsors the halftime show. Pepsi was a sponsor before he came.
Yeah.
And the way that him and Apple have taken it to the moon in these 5 years is crazy.
Because at the end of the day, it's a business.
Right. And that was the deal that he brought on.
Right.
The NFL didn't secure that. So, and we talking money, that makes sense. Okay. And then on top of that, I also think that there has to be some leverage. The NFL is 87% African American. When we're talking about staffing,
Oh, God.
across the nation,
Yeah.
it's a lot more culture there than we realize.
Uh-huh.
You have to have a balance there.
Absolutely.
Because when Jay-Z got his job, Marshawn Lynch got his also for player coordination to help them remain better men,
Uh-huh.
when they're coming into the league. So you have to think about the loss you take when making those type of brief changes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting for certain. It's gonna be interesting for certain, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want it to become what often our culture has done, right? When we start watering down the beauty of something that is big.
Yeah.
Because we'll start putting anybody on the platform, or they'll get on the platform way too early. They'll blow it. They'll make it look worse than what it was because they don't know how to carry themselves afterwards, weren't prepared for it. And those type of things that we're seeing nowadays, that things that at one point we held as like a pinnacle,
high esteem, yeah.
it's nothing anymore because everybody can get there. You know, and so I'm interested in, and I guess the reason why I say that is I'm interested in who they will go to next on the field if it was to be resigned. You know, who next?
Now, if we keep Jay-Z, they're gonna always have a high level. You know, it's gonna
who
that can go next.
Yeah. Who for the next 5 years? I'm interested
in Jay-Z seat.
Yeah, if it was Jay-Z again.
Now, if he hadn't got in trouble or whatever he has going on right now, I would have said Scooter Braun. He would have been a great person in Jay-Z's seat because he has an even reach across both sides, you know, in the middle of culture. If we can say that.
If Jay-Z if he resigns.
If he resigns, okay.
If he resigns, who is performing for the next 5 years?
Artists?
Yeah.
Bruno Mars is already gone.
Pharrell.
Is it what? Pharrell? Oh, yeah.
I can see that. Oh, my.
I can see that.
All the girls It's gonna be hard for anyone to come behind Usher. I hear you. I think we're gonna have a country artist next year because they haven't had a country artist in a long time. It definitely won't be Beyonce. Have you heard about some of the radio stations that want to play her music?
You'd be a fool not to. And Raphael Sadiq is curating her new album. If you look at the credits, he's playing the piano and the guitar on those first 2 songs. I said, "Oh, come on, please."
This guy's so unfair. His name is everywhere.
Yeah, I call him the curator because he is keeping music across generations alive. Mm-hmm. When he did Luke Cage on Netflix, I think that was his first series on streaming service. Me too. Oh my God. The music that he put into that show. Take that back to when he did Scandal for Shonda Rhimes. Scandal was it. Listen, the music on Scandal hit so hard you can turn it on mute, and I mean the caption, and it made the moment, you know. And so I think that having that type of talent, man, my God,
makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, but I would say if we could do it, we need a country artist. We need a group because we haven't had a group in a long time at the Super Bowl, like a group, any type of group.
Like what? Give me one.
Who are those? What are the three black girls that sing country music now? They were on the show that won. Look them up. It's 3 black girls. They would be great.
Do they got hits?
Yeah, they just came out last year, I think. They were on one of those singing shows. I don't watch TV, so I'm sorry.
Me either. Let me see. The trio, Chappelle Hart.
Is it the boy?
Chapel Hart. Chapel Hart.
Okay.
Chapel Hart.
I said Chappelle.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I never heard of them.
They better not have Billie Eilish because that
Tim
girl.
McGraw.
Ooh, Tim McGraw would be good. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I love to hear Rascal Flatts though.
Oh, I do too.
That's that country R&B right there.
Yeah, I love that.
What hurts the most?
And mine is why don't you stay?
You're feeling that one.
I do. Listen now. That song says something, Trey.
Now Nelly would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know how that would. It'd be interesting. It would be interesting.
Montgomery's Inspiration Station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY. We're back with more of Straight Church.
No chaser.
With your man, Pastor Trey.
And your boy, Pastor Lee B.
And
Sister Jackson.
And you already know we have assembled ourselves together so we can keep things real, relevant, and
righteous.
She coming in.
I
and
got
just
it.
Get
I
it now.
got it.
Get it now.
growing up before our eyes.
You hear me?
And again, listen, we do want to take this time to shout out our sponsors, the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation
Yeah.
and the Wellness Coalition. Don't forget that the Wellness Coalition, they're having diabetes prevention classes taking place soon and very, very soon. If you want to know more about it, all you have to do is hit them up. The number to dial is 334-293-6502. That's 334-293-6502. Hit up the Wellness Coalition today. So we thank God for both of our sponsors. Again, we are having a very, very interesting conversation.
It's a good one.
So final thoughts on the Super Bowl.
Final thoughts on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, final thoughts on the Super Bowl.
Usher won the Super Bowl. It was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Sister Jackson.
I guess those teams did a great job at his show.
Both of those teams did a great job at his show.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
All
did
right.
all right. They did what they needed to do, I guess.
So listen, let's talk about something else that happened. And
Congratulations to the Chief fans. I don't want to make y'all mad. Congratulations to y'all. Amen. Pray God.
Why you say it like you're so sour about it?
I didn't like how they won.
And I didn't like how Travis Kelce almost knocked Andy Reid down. They act like it was okay.
Yeah, I ain't like
Because
that
if it had been,
Oh, my.
That would have been the end of that job.
They painted him like he was Antonio Brown.
I was just gonna say,
They would have
had that been Antonio Brown,
had it been him, yeah,
man,
he'd have been gone.
and AJ Brown from the Raven, from the who's Kelly Green? Philadelphia.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said that. He was like, man, if they had been me, I would have been out of the league.
Uh-huh.
Brother,
Yeah,
in the middle of the game.
gone.
Yeah. Ain't no talking.
Please clear out your locker, sir.
You're dismissed.
We thank you for coming.
So we're talking about this now. There was another debacle that happened this week. It happened from my uncle, your uncle, our uncle, Uncle Shay Shay,
Yeah.
Uncle Shannon Sharp. It was at the club where he had some conversation, and then he heard through the grapevine that Mike Epps had the audacity to speak about him on stage, and he had to call him out because he was like, "You told the boldface lie.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't hit you up about being on my show. You was in my DM about being on the show," and it got real petty for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw a few days ago they were able to shake hands once they met and make up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it, Sister Jackson. What part of the ability to apologize, forgive, and reconcile speaks of your ability to love yourself?
Ooh. I don't believe in giving anybody control over me. And I spent a lot of years as a fool, where I was anything, I'm going off. I'm gonna get you together, don't play with me. But I realized in doing that, I was driving myself crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You living your life and I'm catching hell.
Right.
And I had to stop that.
Yeah.
And then I realized the more that I took myself seriously and I value myself,
Wow.
I gave less care to what you thought about me.
Hold on. Press pause, rewind, press play. The more that you were serious about what?
The more I took them serious about myself, the more I took Shayla serious.
Yeah.
Like I always say, I'm serious about my brand. No, I'm serious about Shayla.
Wow.
Forget the brand.
Yeah.
Before we get there, Shayla first. And so in that, I think that when you realize you don't have to be the bigger person, but you just have to press stop.
Yeah.
And one of the highlights of my life, I did this. I was going through a transition, and you get married and you got to separate and go your way. It doesn't work. And I remember saying, out the blue, I had my speech ready. I write y'all, so I'm about to tell this judge today.
Yeah.
But a calm came over me, and I said, "It's okay.
Yeah.
This is it today. We're gonna sign today. I don't care. At this point, it's fine. I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sign right now." And I think in that moment, for me, I realized I didn't need to be arguing with you. I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
Now you can't pay me. You can't, as long as you don't touch me or bother my baby.
Don't put your hands
It's
on
all
me.
right. They're all right. Don't worry
I
about
love
it.
it. I love
And
it.
reconciliation, to what you said.
Mhm.
Reconciliation does not make you weak.
Absolutely.
Listen, Montgomery, all the youth of Montgomery, I want you to understand this. Walking away or saying, you know what, I'm sorry, it's cool, we good, does not make you weak. It does not make you less of a man or a woman. It makes you at peace.
Yeah.
And you can leave that there. Whatever happens, leave that there. And I think that that's what we take for granted. And that was beautiful about Shannon and Mike Epps, making amends. He said, no cameras, no audio, just two grown men talking.
Yep.
If we could have a conversation, that's better than forgiveness.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's a release.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And half of our conflict always occurs because of the lack of conversation.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Talk to me. Don't talk at me. Don't
Yeah.
talk about me. Don't talk around me. Talk to me.
come through. I liked it.
That's crazy.
Pastor Trey, is it hard often to forgive? What's one of the things that kind of helps you to forgive people when they potentially wronged you and you really need it from them, but you forgive them either way?
I think for me, it's just looking at it from their perspective. I think oftentimes just taking a step back and removing my feelings and emotions from the situation about them and considering what it is that I may have said that could have led them to do and or say what it is that they did. Because I think sometimes before we can point the fingers at others, we have to have that introspection, that self-accountability to look at ourselves to see, well, what part did I play in this? Because for every action, there's a reaction.
Oh, yeah.
And for every choice, there are consequences. So could I have made a different choice? Could I have said something different, done something different, acted or responded in a different way? And so I think for me, that allows me to open the door for forgiveness, looking at myself and then assessing myself and then looking at it from their perspective. So it allows me to, for me personally, it allows me to forgive them.
You're such a big person, Trey.
I try to be.
Such a colossal man.
I try to be. I try to be.
It was the colossal for me.
I try to be.
I love it. So there's a lot going on. That was refreshing to see two grown black men come back together, shake hands, and let the world know, hey, y'all can stop, talking about this. This is done. This is settled.
I also think it was big though for Shannon on the same platform where he got at Mike Epps to come back on that same platform and make the announcement. I'm gonna meet with him. I'm gonna talk with him. We're gonna settle it and do what we do. And I think that was big for him because oftentimes we allow certain platforms that we get to cause us to act in a certain way, think in a certain light, talk in a certain way. But when you can humble yourself enough to acknowledge that, hey, you may have gone too far, may have went too far and stayed too long, and that you make the commitment, hey, I'm gonna do what I can to reconcile the situation, because at the end of the day, we're both entertainers. We've both made splashes in our respective communities. And so the best thing for us to do is to talk. And as you stated earlier, Sister Jackson, a lot of our conflicts would be resolved if we just had a conversation without other people being in the middle of our conversation.
Oh, yes.
Because the way we could possibly converse with each other one-on-one is going to be different when there is a crowd or other people watching, because some people like to put on the show in the presence of other people. So when they wouldn't jump bad, just you and them, when there's somebody else around, now they jump bad. They have that hype man, that hype woman. So it was just good to see them, for Shannon Sharp to come on his platform with Chad Ochocinco, say what he got to say, and then they go sell it was a good thing. And even Chad tried, he tried. He tried to be the mediator. He tried.
But I think it's beautiful because this is what the streets need to see so that we can stop all of the gun violence that we have. And while we're talking about gun violence, we know that gun violence crept this past weekend from the streets into the sanctuary. As we took the look at Lakewood and Pastor Joel Osteen, there was a debacle. And there's still some things that don't necessarily smell too good, all right?
Right.
But just the news of that happening in a safe space, in a safe environment, definitely raised the eyebrows of many.
Right.
When we talked about what we were going to talk about today, we kind of talked about, just the need of potential safety conversations in our churches, things of that nature. This is not the first time something like this has happened. I remember in the pandemic, when it was at the African Methodist Episcopal Church, and that brother went there with this in mind, and he did what he did. And I'm grateful that our people are resilient and could we could bounce back from it. But what do we do, when you're just caught unaware and things like this are going on? How do people traumatically deal with this?
Well, the church is, it's supposed to be a safe haven, and that's just not, our church, but this is just the mind of the church in general. Because we talked about it happening at the synagogue where they were able to disarm the man because they knew how to communicate. When we spoke about it, right? I think that you have to understand that God is still alive. Absolutely. That's the first thing. And He's present even in time of trouble. That's one thing I would say. But even for that, your safety and wellness is based upon, like I said, somebody else's decision, and that doesn't have anything to do with what you decided to do that day.
Right.
And if you make a plan, my if, would, should, could, it may not go into play the way you expect it should. And you have to take that into church with you. We can't live in fear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I see Taffy Brown on Facebook. She said, people apologize all the time because it's the right thing to do. But was it real or from your heart? That person will know the difference. She said the church ready though. What happened in Charleston, South Carolina won't happen like that again.
That really shook me with Charleston because so I went to school for forensic chemistry for people who don't know. And so I'm always studying the background of the crime. And in his interview,
got 10 seconds.
Okay. I know we was on the show. I'm sorry. I thought we was off. In his interview, he said that they welcomed me. They prayed for me. I felt good being there, but I knew I had to do what I came to do. I still took lives. I still killed people despite them treating me well. Right. And I think that's something that always will sit with me.
Yeah. We'll have more on this. We're definitely going to touch it when we come back. Y'all be sure to keep it locked right here to Straight Church, No Chaser. I promise you, we're coming right back after this.
I thought you could have.
Yeah, that is heavy.
Mm-hmm. I never. I mean, it brought me to tears reading that. And when I ended up watching the interview, he was happy in there, y'all. Like joyous in the conversation, talking to the investigators. And one thing they teach us in school is you have to remove your bias. But I hated that young man. I did. When I think it was like 45 minutes. At the end of that tape, I was mad as ever.
Wow.
Because the people was old people, number one, old people and children. And like you said, they welcomed him in. They had dinner. They prayed. They sang. It was beautiful. Everybody was happy, and you destroyed that piece. Not just for that church, but for the community and the nation.
Yeah, and it kind of has you in a space of like, you felt like you had to do it, but what did you get from it? Dr. Joe Case. What was this for you?
And I think my thing is always, when people do stuff like that, you skip real killers outside. Somebody who's going to give you that action and that work to go kill innocent people. Even the guy, Kyle Rittenhouse, you went shooting into a crowd of peaceful protesters. Yeah. They weren't harming anyone because you thought that was your American right to do, and end up taking the life of a man who had never had a parking ticket in his day. And I always talk about that case because those victims were white men, typically where we see them being other. You know what I mean? And the fact that you did that in your own idea of patriotism, you completely made everyone else unsafe for your righteousness. For nothing.
Yeah. It's definitely it's chilling. Now there's a lot going on, and there's been a lot of conversation on Facebook about Lakewood and how it got quieted so quickly and what really went on and what was happening. There's so many speculations right now. But my knee-jerk reaction was naturally, dang man, that's sad. I hope no one was killed. Then they said that the shooter was killed. And they said that the child was critically wounded. Is there any news on the child at this moment?
I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think they just don't want to say that because apparently there's a custody concern about the child, which in part was related to the shooter. So I don't know. I know that the church member was still had just got out of surgery, whatever the other day, Tuesday. Right. But that was it. There were no further updates.
It's just interesting how our inability to handle conflict always turns to something way more
Deadly.
catastrophic.
Mhm.
You know, if she could have talked to him at home,
And destiny driven, we teach our I always say to my kids,
Mhm.
I can't expect things from you that I can't get out of an adult.
Mhm.
So when I teach my students the same information I impart in them, I teach an adult when I train them,
Right.
because it's the same level of information but a different level of cognizance.
Uh-huh.
And so you just said a key point about, you could have talked to him later. Some people don't have later.
True.
My hell is high right now. I need absolution right now. And is that right? Even we'll talk about y'all married. So do you ever find yourself sometimes you having a one-to-one with your wife, or she says something to you? Do you ever stop and say, we can't talk about this right now? I'm too upset. I'll come back. Or do you just go for it because you sick of her and the noise?
So I'm a different breed. But we're gonna talk about it now.
Mhm.
Because I hold to heart that the next minute ain't even promised.
Ooh, yeah.
Like I'm the one that I want you to know I love you even before I leave.
Right.
Because I don't want those last words to not be one of love.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm a different breed in that. Now there are some times when you get mad and you might storm off, but ultimately you still kind of feel it. Like when you're how I am, you still be like, I'm still mad, but I love you.
Right.
You gonna make sense.
Right.
But I know many people that do that. Why? Because men, we talk to solve problems.
Mm-hmm.
Women talk just to talk. So
wait a minute, sir. Hold on, sir. What have you say you here today, sir? Say what?
I think they say women speak like 24,000 words on their best day. No, on their worst day, and a man on his good day speaks 10,000. So we have the inability, many moments, to express ourselves because if we don't feel like dealing with it, we just don't deal with it.
Right.
And that's not a good thing, but that's what we've been trained to do, societally and in other ways, right? Taffy Brown said, "Hold up now."
You hear me?
But I think that happens a lot, and maybe that happened with them. Mm-hmm. Maybe, but we got. Brandon Smith said the noodles are something else. But so I think, I just think it's so unfortunate. I wonder who her accountability partners were. Like I wonder who her friends were.
If she had accountability
who was she talking?
And hold on, okay, so not getting into the weeds, but she's going through a divorce. Sometimes you lose friends in divorce because you have to pick a side. True. Or you have to remain neutral so it doesn't seem like you chose a side. True. So maybe she didn't have anyone to confide.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Because some people really, they start cutting people off when they get there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh, that we got to talk about that in self-love too.
Like
you become one and you forget that you were someone.
They lose their identity.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
I love my man. Lee. He's my best friend. He's my king, Lee. I ain't sending Sharon to them. I ain't going to my mama's house. I'm going home to my husband.
That's what they be saying.
Yes.
Good girl. Good girl.
And it's unfair and it's unfavorable because I wonder what made, not what made her do it, but what are you thinking when you do that? Right. And I do think that I think the other woman was in the church. I think the other woman was there. Mm-hmm. I think that's why she went there. I think she went there to get some straight.
So we didn't talk about that. So
right.
So her and her husband are going
through the divorce. Yes.
And he was at the church.
But they didn't say he was there.
Okay, so potentially
he was there. Allegedly, yes.
He was at the church.
Right. With his new paramour.
And the lady brought her
and her child. And her child. To get some reckoning or straightening. Wow. Now, we also know that all divorces aren't easy. Absolutely. There's some contrition there that could happen.
There's a lot of contrition.
Okay. And it might be some, some unfavorable words.
Absolutely.
Thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
So I can't, I'm glad they didn't try to play the mental health card on that lady. I hope that someone advocates for her in a way to say this happens to many people and not just her, But I do think that it's unfair.
Yeah.
Because they, a separation of any kind, people go crazy when they lose their job.
Absolutely.
When they lose somebody in their life,
Absolutely.
we hear things about people, kids dying or being ill, and they turn into someone else we've never seen before. So what she went through with her divorce is not uncommon, but it's sad because it was at church.
And it's not an uncommon situation.
It's not uncommon. It's not. Because we said last week about the preacher and his side chick showing up. Yeah. She didn't shoot nobody, but she came for some action.
And there's a lot of divorce inside of the church.
There he is.
There's always, that would always
quietly also. Mm-hmm. We don't always talk about divorce. It's still hush for some reason,
Well, it's still hush because some people think, still hold on to the biblical reason for divorce.
Yeah.
And any other reason being one, God ain't pleased with.
Right.
So a lot of people stay quiet then because they don't want nobody in their business as to why.
Right.
Which is a whole other conversation. A divorce is a type of death. Absolutely.
Oh yes.
It's a death of a relationship.
And it affects the whole system. Not just the husband and the wife, the children, the families, the friends, as we just said, because you build a life with someone. And like I said, you become one and you forget who you were before you became one with this person.
Absolutely.
And it's a hard road to go back.
Yeah.
I joke about myself. I told the judge, I'm not buying my last name back, sir. My mama gave me that. But that's a real thing,
Right.
And so I think that we have to have grace again. It's unfortunate what happened with her, what she went to the church for, you know what I'm saying? But we got to have some grace there because it could be anybody.
Wow. Yeah. And I hope and pray that churches have taken notice and are attempting to at least get their people trained.
Yeah.
Or have someone who has their eyes on the safety of the congregants, because guess what? One thing that's on everybody's schedule, if they go, is their church service. So you always there. And nobody got to guess where you going. No, they know exactly. On Sunday, if you're a church goer.
Church goers are routine. Trey just said we had a Fat Tuesday and then we had a Wednesday. You get what I mean? So your members are planning to be at church Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday that week. People know that. It's on Facebook.
I see you.
You hear me?
Right.
Because church is a social event.
Absolutely.
Although we don't think that, that's a social center.
Wow.
Absolutely.
If you check your phone, that's going to be one of your most frequently visited places, especially for you guys as ministers, but pastors. Yeah. But as a member too, that's somewhere you're going to go.
People are committed to their church. Their church is an intricate
part of their lifestyle, right?
Yep.
And so people got to go find look far to find you.
Yeah.
But I think having an emergency protocol is necessary.
Yeah.
Not just for the church, but for the members, for the pastor, because sometimes y'all are there working. Somebody need to make sure they know if a fire happens, how do we reach Pastor Lee? Or if you get sick and Lady Walker is not available, what do we do to help you? You get what I mean? Because you might have rules and standards that may not be public. Yeah. And I mean that as far as say you have diabetes or my son has asthma. Right. You can't give him certain medication, or you have allergies. Don't try to put some in his mouth, find his EpiPen. You have to have those things in place because anything can happen.
Those protocols.
Absolutely. That used to say it definitely affects the whole thing. Got her ex-husband and she, along with his wife, are fully functional blended family. I think that's a blessing.
Oh yeah.
Everyone doesn't have that testimony.
Amen.
Brandon, you're right. If I'm in an emergency, you get me some Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Hallelujah.
That's gonna bring your blood sugar back up.
Oh yeah, I'm coming out. I'm coming out, whatever it is. I'm coming out quickly with my hands up. Bring me that number 7. Chicken quesadilla, quesadilla, sauce, and the Baja Blast free. Your boy is woke. Good day.
Trey, what's your order? What's your go-to order? Not Taco Bell, anything. Give it to me flat.
Dang. I give you this.
I want them cauliflower, chicken fries.
Hush,
You're a hater now.
You're a
hater. One of the biggest haters I've ever met.
What's your order, Trey? Run it down.
Nah, I would say, dang, because I just started this vegan diet. I'm trying to think. It's the okay. Before I started the vegan diet, it would be a 10-piece, extra crispy wings from American Deli.
Oh, not fried. Trey said fried hard. Hello, somebody. What's the drink?
Kool-Aid.
No, lemonade.
Lemonade. Okay.
Yeah, lemonade.
And they got the peach stuff. I don't know what it is, but I love it.
I just be on that Kool-Aid.
Not the Kool-Aid.
With teriyaki sauce.
With teriyaki sauce.
Teriyaki sauce.
On your wings or to dip?
On the wings.
Okay.
On the
Okay.
What do you eat?
Go to wings or in general?
Just
I
period.
thought you said goat to like it was some new thing.
Oh yeah, now goat definitely, please.
You like the goat?
I do. I love the goat.
My lord. My lord.
If you off the top, I would say 3 carnitas tacos with extra lime and onion. Churro queso on the side and a lemonade.
From where?
Anywhere we're going.
Mexican.
Definitely authentic. It gotta be our brother back there cooking.
She said authentic.
They
Authentic.
used to be at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
None of that play.
Oh man.
Leroy, you tired on Friday?
I really am.
I need to bring us some Taco Bell.
No, I
Hey man.
Kind of remember you know how Popeye used to have the spinach, and then you eat the spinach.
You boost it back up?
that boy get screwed.
That's how he is with the Taco
That
Bell.
boy get screwed. Screwed like no
All right,
other.
tap and tell us your go-to order. Put it in the chat. What's your go-to order? Your favorite restaurant?
I got basketball game, man.
Montgomery's Inspiration Station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY. It's 4:31 right here in the capital city. And by the way, the temperature is set at about 67 degrees with mostly cloudy skies on the outside. But nevertheless, of course, you know, it's still a beautiful and splendiferous Friday afternoon. And because it's 4:31 on a Friday afternoon, you know, here on Praise 96.5 FM, that you're listening to the realest and by far, in the minds of some, the most dangerous gospel radio talk show in the land. The one and only Straight Church.
No chaser.
With yours truly, Pastor Trey.
And your boy Pastor Lee B.
And
Sister Jackson.
She in the house.
We are here because we got to keep things real, relevant, and
righteous.
And once again, we do have to shout out our sponsors. We cannot shout them out enough because they help to keep Straight Church No Chaser on the airwaves. Gotta say what's up to the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation. And we also gotta say what's up to the Wellness Coalition. And please, ma'am and sir, do not forget that the Wellness Coalition, they have diabetes prevention classes coming up. And if you want to know more about it, hit them up. The number to dial is 293-6502. That's 293-6502. I'll say it one more time. That's 293-6502. Once again, shouts out to the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation and the Wellness Coalition.
Oh, yeah. Now, Sister Shayla, Pastor Trey, it is Black History Month.
Yes.
It's a beautiful month where we definitely have to reflect on our people. I saw something go up early on Facebook, and I think it's something that's good for us to speak about. Now, when they spoke about it, they were really talking about how the Black woman can absolutely be doing nothing but being themselves and can be considered to be intimidating. I don't want to just focus just on the Black woman, but just us in general. We have, in many cases, looking back in our history, all we did was show up. And our showing up and our raw talent and no gifts were looked at as being intimidating. What you think?
Oh man. This probably has been my life story. In spaces where I've been so excited to be there, I've been met with contrition because I'm a full figure woman. That's one thing. I like to wear heels, so I'm big and I'm big. Okay, I'm big and tall. Okay, and I don't mean like size. Just my personality is big. I fill the space when I come. I'm colossal like Trey. Okay.
Welcome to the top.
Hello, somebody. And I'm confident. And so, being that there's an ideology about plus size women, that's always met with aggression.
Mm.
Even with men, you know, I had that stop. Hey, sir, why are you talking to me like that? What's wrong with you?
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, and I come off assured, and so people automatically meet me with that energy, and I'm cool. Like I'm cool until you're not cool. Okay, you know,
Yeah.
we're not gonna have no problem. I'm a hugger. Hey, everybody's happy, everybody's good. Now, once we're on the other side of the fence, okay, call the police. But to that degree, like I
Yeah.
think that it bothers me so bad. And Tabitha Brown talks about. She says freedom from code switching. I had to get to a point where I didn't have to code switch in my own space with my own people.
Mm.
I'm not going to shrink to make you comfortable. And I had someone tell me that people realize your power when you enter a room.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they therefore become intimidated.
Yeah.
They become concerned and you become a threat. And this is in a physical sense, in a mental sense, in a professional sense. It's always a battle, you know?
Yeah.
And no matter how hard I open my arms and open my spirit and open myself up, I always have to deal with that. And that being, I have lots of brothers. I've seen that happen to them too. I think that it's scary because people see our children as a threat and they're kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Literally.
Man.
And I know if you see me as a threat, you definitely see my son as a threat.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And there's no space of safety there.
And let's be honest, nowadays it's not another race that sees us as a threat.
Oh, yeah, come on,
It's
somebody.
internal. And so how do we cope with loving ourselves enough that we don't water ourselves down so that we won't be seen as someone that's intimidating?
Well, I told y'all last week, I'm big on I don't go where I'm not welcome. If I don't go where I'm mistreated, I don't go where I'm undervalued. If I feel like you're gonna get on my nerves, I'm not coming. If I feel like there's some fakeness happening, I'm not dealing because I don't want to put myself at risk trying to meet you on your level. I'm not coming down from where I am. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a sucker person. I'm not, I'm arrogant, don't get me wrong.
You just like the view where you at.
Right. I'm cool. I'm being honest, Trey. I'm giving myself credit. I know I know not my flaws, but I know who I am. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna show up as myself. But if I can't show up as me, I'm not going. And you have to stick to that. And I also feel like you don't fold. You know, if I can get biblical because we here.
Come on with it.
When Daniel walked into the lion's den,
Yeah.
he was unsure. When he looked around, they were everywhere. He could have turned around and started running.
Yeah.
But he didn't do that. He sat down and he prayed. But he stood still. And that's what we have to do. Stand in it. As the kids say, stand on business. If you come for a reason, don't leave until you're done. Now, if you get somewhere and they're doing some things to you that you know are not right, or you don't feel good about it, say something before you go.
Yeah.
That way that those coming behind you understand that this space wasn't safe for you. And no one can control your narrative but you.
You about to make me shout because Daniel is the whole sermon for that.
Ooh.
He was taken into captivity.
Yeah.
Given a name that was not his name.
Oh, yeah.
Because they tried to change his nature.
Legitimately,
he is the sermon for that.
Daniel is also who you talking to, because you're not talking to me. If there's a kid say if it's not directed, I ain't checking it. That's what happened with them.
Lord.
That's here.
They didn't say you call me what you want to call me. My name Toby.
Yeah.
And my name not Toby. My name Kunta. That was it.
Say it again.
Yeah, I love it. And he shined in their space. And I think that's the real lesson for all of us. Keep shining. If you know you're a star, keep shining. Why are you trying to hide your light? Right?
And don't be ashamed of your light. You know, I don't like people who, as I said earlier, I think humility and staying humble is a prison. That's a cage for gifted people, because people don't want you to be proud of who you are. And that's in general. That's just not about your gifts. That's just about who you are, especially in Black History Month. I don't have to walk around saying I'm Black excellence. You see me. And I'm not even a Google me type person. But if I show up with the receipts and I'm coming like CVS, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with me.
You coming like CVS.
It's like CVS. I'm snapping the paper down. Who is Shayla Jackson? Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you.
Cards.
Right. Big joker.
You got spades. I tell them, Google me.
Now you ain't have to Google me, baby, because I promise you, I probably wrote the Google article you read it. So don't play with me. But I think for other in our space, you know, as a black person, black man, black woman, not even water yourself down. Speak your name like you mean it. And if they call you something that's not your name, correct them. You stop them, and I don't care who they introducing you to. If they call you Leroy, and then with your daddy call you, you say, "Excuse me, my name is Lee B."
My name Lee B. Walker Jr.
Hear me?
They know all of it.
Put some effect on my ancestors. Put some greatness on this vine that's coming through me today. I didn't show up as myself, and I didn't show up by myself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what we have to get back to.
I love it. I love it. Now, so we don't have to go all the way back into it, but I know there's been a lot of conversations still wrapped around Monique.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some warfare that has kind of been, or a bandage that's been ripped off with her son. I don't know everything that's been going on, but I do know he seems to be a little hurt. And it seems like it's a consistent thing. So I think there's some people who are on the horizon of celebrity that need to be spoken to in this moment concerning you making sure that you keep your family intact.
Keep going.
I think what we keep seeing, so this is why I say this. I don't know everything that's been going on, but I do know her son, he's reminding me of some of the Brian McKnight stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's reminding me of some of the other celebrity stories. And I think a lot of us are at the helm of greatness. Like we're on the precipice of going beyond our local setting and being what I would call global, right? But I think it's imperative for us to make sure that we're still having the conversations we need to have and making sure that we are keeping a connection that we can be proud of when we get where we're going. It's different for everybody, but every child needs something different as well. So I don't know. What have you been hearing? What are you thinking about it?
If I could disagree with what you just said, keep your family intact.
Go ahead.
Family is what you make it, you know.
Absolutely.
And everybody can't go. And when I say go, I don't mean into stardom. I don't mean. Well, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Stop it. I don't mean everybody can't go with you into stardom, but when you start cleaning up your skeletons to go on your journey, right? Somebody will go find one for you.
True.
They're gonna pull out the deepest, darkest, dustiest cousin they can find to say whatever they got to say, you know, bad about you. And the thing about it is, we have to learn how to break up.
True.
And when I say break up, I mean go our separate ways. You know, sometimes things happen in families that there's no revocation for that. It's no fixing for it. It ain't no band-aid. Okay. I can't give you nothing to change this. And when we get to a certain bridge, it has to burn. And I don't mean, okay, forget your people. You know, I'm not saying that.
Right.
I'm saying if you understand that there is no remedy, let that go.
You can love people from a distance.
So
and you have to keep your distance. Unload your elevator.
True.
Stop holding on to that pain because it's suffocating you.
So riddle me this, right? Now, I'm in full agreement with that when it's a conversation of outside of your house. My question to you is, this was her son. So yes. So but see, now I know I can understand when it gets to a certain age, things of that nature. But what is your perspective on that? Straight up. Right.
Well, okay.
If it's your child.
Okay, I want to say this. Okay. When I have one son, I love my son to death. Okay. I've turned into a lion as soon as they brought him in the room. This me. Okay. I'll fight anybody about Shane. Right. My mama will tell you it's no secret. It's going to be a problem by my baby. But I also know that Shane is his own person. Me and Shane beefing right now because he did something I don't appreciate. Right. Now, because it's between Shane and I did not discuss it with his father. Right. So we haven't had a family discussion about it. But he's avoiding me because he knows what type of time I'm on. You understand what I'm saying? So as an adult, I know that where we're going to have these problems because I see him doing it now as a child. You know, he's 12. Right. So I know at 18, I'm going to have to catch him slipping to get my point across. Gotcha. My point about Monique and her son is Monique has a husband and this son does not approve and he does not gel with this man.
So that's what it is.
Yes.
So this started when he got older.
So from my understanding, from how DL Hughley went off, when her kids got to be a certain age and she got this new husband, it became a problem.
Oh, well, I retract my statements. Then.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because now even with and I think this is the weird part. So I'll say this. This is the weird part. We don't hear about these quote unquote dramas until they get older.
Right.
And they run back to
their childhood
when they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what's true or what's false.
And you see things differently as a child than you as an adult. The thing my mama made me mad about at 16, I don't care nothing about it at 36.
Yeah, no.
I'm so. And I know this because, I joke about my sisters my one sister has a daughter that's a teenager, and our other nieces are by my brothers, right? And so my sister is always super parenting my niece. And I'm like, so, but I remember my mom doing the same thing,
Yeah.
And so with the Monique and her son situation, some of the things he said, I understood, I heard him, and I heard his hurt. But is that the child you speaking, Mr. Jackson, or is that you?
Yeah.
And you also have to understand that your mom took on the husband. We're going by what the Bible says, because I'm here with two preachers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You cleave and come together.
He wrong.
Now you don't have to like that man.
No,
because that's your mama man, and that's still your mom. And when you
you
chose to break apart from your mother, that wasn't gonna make her leave her husband.
Yeah.
And now that you're a grown man, you gonna have to talk to her and her husband.
Yeah. So I didn't have the narrative. Yeah. If that's the case, he's totally in the wrong.
I'm gonna say he's wrong, but I'm saying it's not even. It's not even, because he said to her, when you talk to me, you come talk to me, you leave him at home. That's her spouse. She gonna tell him when she get there anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's wrong. But see, so what I was speaking to is something that I do believe is prevalent in our space. And it might not be their case, but there's a lot of people who are so set on their ambitions that they're neglecting the obligation to their young children or their family. And we see it a lot often. We see it a lot now, I would say, because we will strive, we will grind, we'll do all of these things. And oftentimes we just neglect what we're supposed to be taking care of. I was watching this show called This Is Us.
Oh, yeah, This Is Us is great.
Love it. Just got on it. I'm so late, right? I'm in like season 3.
Yeah.
And my boy goes out to be a city councilman. And he has to deal with the reality that he's doing it while his wife told him, like, boo, I think we need to pull out of this. Our children going through this and that. We got a lot we need to deal with as parents. I need you, right? But he still decided to go forward. And I think that's happening a lot. And people are legit moving forward and leaving the load that they're supposed to be carrying with them. So obviously, that's a whole different conversation. But if the boy's problem is with his stepfather.
Yeah. I think I don't know the ins and outs, but it seemed to me that her and her husband got divorced. Who is the father? The kids are with the father because Monique is going about her career, going about her life. It's unbalanced, and then when they try to interact, she came as a couple and not as a mom.
Right.
And as a mother, I understand that, but I also think that as an adult, I understand that. You get what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's the duality.
And okay, so Wilhelmina Gatewood said moms are still growing too, and I hope that some get help for himself. What the son gets help for himself, whether she comes around in his view or not. I agree. I think when I watch those videos, I say he needs to heal. He needs to heal, because once you heal, you have a different conversation. You come from a different space.
And you know what? I couldn't. You know why I couldn't really watch it? Because we just went through the Kirk Franklin saga.
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch it. That was for church people. That wasn't for me.
No. Well, not his whole.
I wanted to wake you up, Trey.
Not his documentary though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
the drama with his mama.
I'm gonna choke you. You know that part.
Yeah.
And then it comes around his son's like he was never there, and so it's like one of those things where, man, like, why we keep getting involved in all this stuff that, like, we done made you famous.
Yeah.
Because you went live on IG and we never knew who you were.
Right. And some stuff, again, I told y'all last week, that ain't our business. That's a one-to-one conversation. I want to see my way out. Take me out the group chat, please.
Absolutely.
Said, I ain't in that at all.
Please, if my family will tell you, I'll mute a group chat so quick. I don't want to do this. I don't care.
You know, I don't
But
even answer,
if
no.
he's living with his dad, though, it just kind of makes you wonder what his dad may be saying.
Well, no, that's it. I think when they got divorced, the kids went with the dad.
Okay.
is what I mean. You know what I'm
They
saying?
decided to
Gotcha.
stay
Yeah,
with that.
yeah. They decided to
he's
stay with
much
dad.
older now.
Yeah, he grown. He grown. I think he's our age.
So what he going
But it
now?
does make you wonder, like, what's the relationship with him and his dad, and what his dad may be saying to him that may be feeding into this narrative with him and Monique.
Do you have kids?
I do.
How many kids you got? You
got
got one?
one, yeah.
Okay, let me say don't say that no more. Because I don't tell my son nothing about his dad. And when I say about that is, you know, besides saying, hey, our family's gonna look different in the future, I took a mental note not to do that. Now I say some other stuff to some grown people,
Yeah.
but to my baby, I'm not gonna do that because
But
you know what I'm
but
saying.
you got parents that will continue to speak positively about
Right.
the other parent.
Right. I'm just saying to keep it even and not tank my son because of my own issues with
Yeah.
whomever. I didn't do that. I didn't have those type of conversations, you know. And even now, like me and his dad, we're united front. Well, you think we ain't friends, but we show up and we the super friends when it's us against you, you know.
I love it.
That's always positive. though,
Yeah, and that's
for
what I
the
said
child to
about
see.
Monique. It might have been, you know, a bitter father situation.
Could've
But
been.
again, now you're grown and you can make your own decision in your mindset. But if
Absolutely.
you're still thinking that who you were at 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, you're not going to meet your mom at almost 60. You know, you have to, for me as a person, you got to meet your parents again. You got to meet your parents at 25, then at 35, then at 45, then at 55. God blesses you that long. For
Yeah.
real, because
Yeah.
because y'all both becoming different people, you know?
Absolutely.
So riddle me this, right? Riddle me this. Obviously, co-parenting can be hard, especially in these circumstances when there's a you know, another man, or they've been married, another
Right.
spouse, a new spouse. I think so. So speak about it one more time, just from the space of loving yourself enough to detach from toxicity.
I think you have to always think about your tomorrow. You know, I'm sad today. I'm going through divorce today. I'm unhappy today, but I don't have to be there tomorrow. You know, and I think it as a parent or as a lover, because I want to come from the section of the new husband with the family issue.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Or trying to blend after a family issue.
Mhm.
I want to. This is the idea of what I want to have and participate in. Okay, this is what I'm bringing to the table. And whatever was before me is not my business. And I also want to leave whatever was going on or going wrong. I'm leaving that there, and this is our clean slate. That's not always possible. I'm not gonna say that.
Right.
It don't happen overnight,
Right.
you know. But you have to get to a place that's peaceful for you, especially when children are involved. You know, I want to be able to love my baby and not be mad every time I see him.
Yeah.
I don't want to be thinking about burning this man's house down when I pull up in his driveway. You know what I'm saying? Or driving through the front door. That's not healthy
Right.
for me
Right.
or for my child, you know?
Absolutely.
And you have to choose as a man or a woman, you know, to be better tomorrow for you.
I like it. I
That's
think
good.
it matters. I see Anthony Robinson. We're about to go to a break, but I see he said mothers will put the fathers down in front of the kids, having the kids looking at you sideways. And I've seen it both ways.
Oh, both ways.
Um,
Oh, child, we had to talk about it off air.
yeah, we've seen it both ways.
Like, for real.
If y'all go to
That's
child
true.
support court, that is the craziest place to be in the world.
Listen, we gotta go. It's 4:53 right here in the capital city. Make sure you keep hanging. We have more straight church, no chaser after the break.
And I don't even mean as far as payment.
Mhm.
Like, you don't know how mad somebody is until you ask them for some money.
Yeah.
For real.
You don't know how much of a burden you are until you ask.
You ask for some money. Hey, Eric Perry.
EP on him.
I think that, you know, it's hard, you know, when you, I take my own stuff, my own experience.
Mhm.
When I was still mad about the goings on, it was hard. But when I stopped caring,
Yeah.
when I released myself, oh man, listen.
You were good then.
You don't care.
Huh?
You don't care. As long as the child is happy, healthy, and safe, you don't care.
You got that us saying we ain't good, but we
still good. We still good. Now I think that I'll tell anybody, it took a while to get there because you're mad about things, you
Yeah.
know, just naturally as a person, you know. But the walk is not where you are now, it's where you want to be.
Right.
Mm.
Right. I like it. I like it. We see you, Sister Kiera. That's your show. Hey, man, that All in Us got me wrapped up. I'm talking about I've been binging for the last week. I done went from never watching it to season 3, episode 18. I've been killing that thing.
Because I think that show you identify with so many things, and not just characters. You know, you like a character on the show, but they're going through real life experiences
Yes, Lord.
from every section. And I like that how they had so many variations of the family on that show.
Uh-huh.
Nobody family looked the same,
Uh-uh.
you know. So you find yourself like, dang, this us.
Yeah. and it was dope. Now it gave me Shonda Rhimes vibe.
Oh yeah.
I was bouncing back and forth.
Mhm,
I miss her
mhm.
so much.
You not on Netflix?
No, I miss Scandal. I miss.
Oh yeah,
How to Get Away with Murder.
yeah.
I miss that. I
Yeah,
miss
that
ABC.
primetime drama.
Yes,
Mhm,
Lord.
mhm.
Oh my God. Every
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Jeez, the Lord.
Yeah.
I need that back in my life.
Yeah.
But now All of Us has been good. It's feeling a very healthy void.
mhm.
And giving us that opportunity to look at not only the character, the character build, the building the character, but just the psyche around these characters and how they've grown and developed and how they looked at things.
Mhm.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is amazing.
Mhm.
It's amazing. Some great actors and actresses as well.
Because Sterling K. Brown, I'm convinced he's every and all man.
That
I don't care what he shows up in. You connect with that brother.
dude. You remember? The
Hey,
movie
John.
we
Hey,
did?
cousin.
What was the name of that movie? Trey, the small film that was depicted with Sterling in it.
Him and Regina
Pastor.
King. Yeah.
Hump for Jesus.
Hump for
Pray for Jesus.
Hump for Jesus. Save
We
your
talked-
soul.
we talked about
So
that.
how y'all feel about it? Did y'all identify with some of those parts?
What? Is that another one? Do I get another one?
I think you did.
Do I get another one?
With a spam?
Yeah. I get to do another Jamel Brown. You block.
Hey, man, yeah.
And you block. Keisha Smith Bates, what it do?
Big dog.
Anthony Robinson, bro, thank you for your support, man. Good to see y'all here. Josh Osborne, what's up, Doc? Shayla, that's your cousin.
Yes.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Did I block him good or not? Sorry. That work?
30. Got you.
Hey man, what y'all cooking tonight? Anybody cooking? Or y'all going out to eat? What y'all doing tonight?
We are going to have pizza.
I'll bless you, Doc. Bless you, man. We trying. You're going to have pizza.
Yeah.
Where you going? Bibb Street?
Probably not.
Mellow Mushroom?
It's cold. We don't have mellows no more.
You're right. I was talking to somebody a few days ago about Mellow Mushroom. They had this shrimp scampi pizza one time.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was salty, but it was so amazing.
The philosopher's pie.
Philosopher's pie.
The philosopher's pie.
What
It
comes
was
on it?
artichoke, steak.
Two things I don't eat.
What?
I don't eat nothing with no choke in it. and I sure don't eat no what was the other thing you said? Steak. I don't eat steak.
Steak. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat steak.
Yeah. It was so good.
If they can sub that for, you know what I love from Hispanic restaurants? Churro.
Churro? Mm-hmm.
No, it's not churro. That's the sweet stuff. What's it called? The
Chorizo.
Chorizo. Chorizo. I've been learning.
You be knowing them.
Yeah.
You be knowing them.
I'm rolling my
Be
heart.
knowing them.
Look, I've been learning.
Mhm.
Fabian been getting me right.
Mhm.
Chorizo.
Mm-hmm.
That junk there is amazing.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said chili queso. Like that's in my standard order.
That's my favorite too.
Wow.
Now,
Mhm.
and I get that from Gestapo, like all the
We
time.
gotta come out of this stop. I'm
Well,
gonna have to take you to eat some.
It's close to.
Oh, okay.
Close to.
On the way.
I go
Mhm.
straight home, and I could be going straight to places. So if it ain't in my vicinity, I ain't going.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I saw somebody make some rotel.
Yeah.
Is it amazing?
Yes. Now the only thing about chorizo is besides the spice,
Right.
it's oily.
It is
Because
organic.
you take the case, well, depending on where you get it from. And we have a Mexican market, you can buy it like already ground, but you take out the casing like a sausage.
Mhm.
And so that's the only thing about it, but it's so good.
That spice is where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Bates, y'all got some food up in there. We got some food in the fellowship hall. you go over the kitchen ministry anyway. Josh talking about watch it, Libby.
Yeah, that man.
Wilhelmina, we're so grateful you tuned in. She said that sounds good. Artichoke and steak.
It was so good. Now, is the one in Prattville closed now?
I don't think anything in Prattville's close.
The Mellow Mushroom, though.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think Mellows and I think.
But you know why I can't deal with artichoke?
Why?
It has the consistency of onions.
You don't eat onion?
I don't eat onions.
Oh, a fresh onion sets you free,
Yeah,
brother.
I can't. I'm a textured eater,
Oh yeah, okay.
and I can't.
Yeah,
get
that softness.
texture.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh,
So
mhm.
so artichoke got that same feel for me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I dip into like some good spinach dip, and then I taste the artichoke, it's like like
Yeah.
candy.
Well, now some people don't have spinach and artichoke, but it makes it more full.
It's closed, Kiera. Man.
So you travel? It's other ones though. Mellow Mushroom is national. The original is in Nashville.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. When I travel, I want to eat something that I haven't
Local.
eaten before.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Like I go way out of. Like that's the time to get me to try some food. When I
Okay.
travel.
So when we going to we gotta go to the Baptist conference or something.
I don't
So
know.
we can get Leach, right?
Leroy.
When the church trips, I'm coming. I got some time.
She
I got
the wrong-
unlimited PTO at work. I'm
she got the
coming.
wrong- She got the wrong pastor. I ain't going no Baptist convention. Y'all can have fun.
Listen, I don't know nothing about church travel, so I'm gonna be like a little kid. I'm
Well,
just
that's
doing
the
what
one-
y'all doing.
That's the one I never go to.
I'm just doing what y'all doing. Take me, okay? They got revival practice or something. What y'all go to?
I never revival practice.
There's some better places. But no, I ain't going.
What y'all go to? I've been seeing y'all post. Y'all go to church stuff.
I'm going to IC3.
What's IC3?
It's the Issachar's conference.
It's a Cops.
It's a preaching conference and a church growth conference. It's going to be in Houston, Texas.
When is it?
April. It is the week of the 22nd.
Let me get me some tickets, Trey. Look up me a flight, Trey. I'm going to. It's a cop.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. You know, Issachar in the Bible.
Now, is it card?
Issachar.
Okay.
The person.
Yes.
the person
I'm
in the
following
Bible
now. I'm following now.
Who could discern the time.
Right.
That's why I love it.
He's a learned man.
Yeah,
Right.
It's all about looking at the relevant things of the world and seeing how we can address that from what God has given us, the principles now.
Mhm.
So Issachar is a young preacher, I would say.
Yeah.
He
He wasn't like 100 or something like the other ones.
He's
Yeah.
a young preacher, man, who's discerning the time, and people actually listen to him.
Mm.
Because I saw a post a few days ago.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, our brother shared this post, and I told him he didn't respond to my comment because I said when you see him, point him out. But the post said he shared it. It said, "So why preach? Why preach that your church youth are going to change the world when you won't allow them to change the bulletin?"
I had to walk back up the studio now.
House in the house. Nah, but I want to know who cashed if I need to send a blessing to. Because they don't know the struggle. Like this generation, now they low key got it better than how we had it now.
Mm.
We were struggling trying to get something to work in church because we ain't had no choice. Mama wasn't gonna let us stay at home.
Mhm.
We were struggling trying to have a youth minister.
Mhm.
Struggling trying to sing Stomp and Do You Want a Revolution?
Mhm.
Everybody telling they're gonna put us out.
You hear me?
When I
Because
think of the goodness and
you can't rap in church. Now y'all got these Christian rappers.
and they were right.
Why you laughing, Trey?
Let youth day come. And everybody was saying that we the next governors and the mayors, but we couldn't change nothing in their church now. And so it's an interesting conversation that's going on. I think that post went viral 2 days ago. And it had brothers and sisters from every persuasion on there.
Mhm.
Which is funny because it's not just our culture.
Oh yeah. I
That's-
think there's so much, and I won't even get into misogyny or patriarchy, but if I could, there is so much traditionalism that suffocates the church.
Absolutely.
And one of those are the order of thing in the people, believing that we have to do what we are.
Yeah.
Montgomery's Inspiration Station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY. We're now 4 minutes past the 5 o'clock hour. It's 5:04 right here in the capital city. Of course, the temperature is set at about 66 degrees on the outside. And surprise, surprise, it's more of straight church.
No, she said.
And we're here after 5. Can you believe it?
Yes.
We in the place.
That means some is cooking
Mhm.
Cooking,
in the fellowship
brewing.
hall. Something is
Brewing.
that's what you call it, brewing.
Something is brewing.
It's coming up.
Listen, fam, of course you know you still locked in with yours truly, the Crown Prince, Pastor Trey.
And your boy, Pastor Lee B.
And
Sister Jackson.
She here.
you already know we still gonna keep things real, relevant, and
Righteous.
And of course, we got to shout out our sponsors again. We cannot shout them out enough. They're helping us to stay active on the airways. So
Shout
we
them
got to
out.
say what's up to the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation, as well as the Wellness Coalition. And fam, don't forget that the Wellness Coalition, they are having a diabetes prevention class coming up soon and very, very soon. For more information, the number for you to dial is 293-6502. That's 293-6502. Once again, 293-6502. So, again, major shouts out to the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation and the Wellness Coalition.
Shout them out. Shout them out. So we've been talking, man. We've been having some good conversation. What? I need some more tips. I need some more tips from y'all. The first tip was definitely to, what was the first?
Affirm yourself.
Affirm yourself.
yourself.
2 minutes a day, right?
2 minutes a day.
And then in so many of our conversations, we had conversation about not watering yourself down.
Mhm. Show up.
Yeah, be you.
Mhm.
Right. I need some more
Unapologetically
tips.
you.
I need some more tips because many times those things help our mental. But there was one more tip you gave, even with Monique: protect your peace.
Protect your peace.
Absolutely. If people are already in a place where they're dealing with the issues, what can they do to calm the chaos in their life?
Oh, let me go back to being biblical.
Come on in the house.
When the seas were raging, and the disciples said to Jesus, "How art thou sleeping?" And he said, why do you fear?
Yeah.
We're good. I think that when you're in that season of transition, when you're in the middle of the storm, understand that you have to come out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There is going to be some sunshine.
Yeah.
Peace will be still. God will calm the storm.
Yeah.
And this is, if you're not a believer, that's all right. Understand that there's never a rain without a rainbow.
Mm.
You know,
Come on in
there
the
may be
house.
thunder and lightning, but you just got a light drizzle, a light sprinkle.
Yeah.
You ever hear the alert go off, but ain't none of that happening at your house?
Yeah.
You know, you can go right out into sunshine. That's life.
Yeah.
And when you're sitting in it and you're sitting with it, understand that you're going to come out of there.
Absolutely.
Jennifer Lewis, in her book, she says, I always had to remember tomorrow.
Mm.
And that's a real thing. Your healing may be 2 days.
Yeah.
It may be 10 years. But on year 11, you're going to be free of that. And it won't bother you anymore.
That's good. That's good. I think one good tip for loving yourself is to not compare yourself to other people.
Oh, yeah. Don't measure yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think you have to appreciate the fact that you are different. You have to appreciate who you are, who God has made you to be, created you to be, called you to be, ordained for you to be.
Yeah.
And I think you have to be okay if your pace is different than someone else's pace.
Come on, Trey.
Because I think when you try to keep up with other people's paces, you find yourself overexerting yourself, stressing yourself, worrying yourself unnecessarily because you're trying to do something that God has not graced you to do. Everybody's graced to do what it is that they do. And so I think one of the biggest keys to loving yourself is not comparing yourself with other people.
And also, if we're going to do that, don't look for that blessing if you're not going to take on their stressing.
Ooh.
You don't know how heavy that crown is on their head.
Yeah.
Just because you see the prize, you don't know what the journey was.
Absolutely.
You know, they're winning now. They're doing good now. But what about when they weren't?
Yeah.
I love to tell people, people who eat and feast probably understood what it's like to starve.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
And you have to be careful about judging them
yeah.
and the way they walk in that walk when they've arrived. because you don't know how many steps it took to get there.
Absolutely.
The door is not always right in front of you. Sometimes
true.
it's highs and lows, it's valleys, it's detours,
Yeah.
it's big no's and small yeses.
We see the success of today, but we don't know the struggles of yesterday.
Oh yeah, and the prayers.
Yeah.
You don't know how I pray for this.
Absolutely.
I always say in my gratitude
and sacrifice.
Oh, come on, somebody. For real. You don't know what I gave up to be here.
Exactly.
When I told you the other day when you came to our meeting, hey, you gonna pay me for my time?
Yeah.
Because I stopped doing what I was doing to come do something with you.
Absolutely.
And that wasn't me checking you. That's me letting you know I'm putting me into this. I need you to come back with that. And I think that you can't expect the greatness without understanding that piece.
Yeah.
Like you said, don't measure yourself and don't minimize.
Absolutely.
Don't minimize your journey, but also don't minimize the journey of that person who's won.
Yeah.
Don't figure out how they got there. Don't say that's because they daddy got them there, or somebody said that their friend is the manager. You don't know that.
Yeah. And everybody's not going to understand your struggles. Everybody's not going to understand what you're dealing with. But I think you have to be willing to encourage yourself, even in spite of the criticisms of other people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because people only see what you deal with on the outside, but nobody understands what you're really dealing with internally.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's those internal struggles that we deal with that sometimes really prepare us and give us the strength to deal with stuff externally.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a beautiful thing that if you're going to love yourself, you cannot compare yourself to other people.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, y'all tag team preaching over here today.
Can't do it.
But I think it's necessary. Ultimately, if you're going to love yourself, you got to realize it's a decision. And that decision is going to require some discipline.
Not decide ye this day. Come on, Leroy.
Ha! You felt that in your shando. Yeah, but it's a decision, man. Your happiness is a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Your peace is a decision, and it's going to require some discipline. And I like how you said what I've always told people discipline is. It's the ability to say no to something, to say yes to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And so ultimately, it ain't hard to love you. You just got to decide to love you. And when you decide to love you, I promise you every other relationship will get better. Every other relationship will be productive because you ain't going to be in unproductive relationships. If loving me is wrong, I don't want to be right.
And it's not selfish to love you either.
Well, it ain't selfish.
Self-care and selfish.
Yeah. But some people think that it is, though.
They do.
Some people think that when we have this type of conversation, you're telling people to be selfish, to only look out for them, look out for themselves. But I think you have to have a healthy conversation.
Grab that from my bad.
And I also last weekend we had our Love Yourself. It was our 4th year, y'all. We're proud. We started this during the pandemic with our nieces and nephews, and we have a Zoom call and we talk about love and all type of love and how to love yourself. And my sister Samil, she picked the theme, and it was beautiful. It's a little image she made, had a crown on the Y. It says FLY, fly, but it says first love yourself. And you have to take that into heart and mind. We want the kids to do it, but as an adult too. Because if you don't love yourself, you're not going to love other people, right? Not your kids, not your spouse, not your friends. Yeah. If you are not healthy, you're going to bring unhealthy energy. Yeah. As you said, Trey. And in doing that, taking care of yourself, set time aside to do it. Make it a plan and a practice to do right by you. Get your hair cut, get your hair done, get your feet and nails, toes done. If that's your thing, get a massage for some or go to the chiropractor. Sleep right. Yeah. Eat right. And I'm not one of people that tell you go on a diet. That's not what I'm saying. But eat enough so you have energy to sustain. You getting up and run out the door to cook your husband and wife breakfast in the morning, but you got a headache at lunch because you didn't eat. That's not being good to you. Yeah. You're being a great spouse, but you're not being a good person. Yeah. And I think we take that for granted. So in the practice to love yourself, build good, healthy, love yourself practices.
The Lord said it best. Love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Elizabeth Williams said, "You see my glory, but you don't know my story."
Come on in here.
Donna Spivey said, "Come on, Pastor Trey. Pastor Trey's colossal.
I gotta get.
He's humongous. There are multitudes within him."
Come on, man. You better know what there's levels to this.
Don't they be calling them colossal shrimps?
Colossal shrimp, yeah. That's the best kind of big. They're juicy.
Every time you say colossal, I think about shrimp.
That's just greedy.
That is, man. That's him.
Hey, man, you said shrimp tacos last week, and I got a little excited. I said that do sound good, man.
It does, and it can be healthy too. Shrimp tacos with avocado. You eat that?
You cook for it now. You know avocado.
Let me tell
Now,
you.
I eat guacamole. I ain't gonna eat no avocado.
Okay, same thing, fine. Mash mix, it's all good, brother.
Yeah, don't be
Put the
mad.
veggies in there.
Don't be mashing on my food.
Okay.
Just my potatoes.
Just potatoes.
Mm.
Now I'm getting to the point. I'm getting away from potatoes. I don't know why. Like
I don't eat a lot of potatoes anymore.
yeah,
But when I do,
I like them.
I like them mashed
Okay.
with some good seasoning or
Now-
some good toppings.
You like sweet potato? 'Cause I like sweet potato.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I love sides, right?
He said I love sides.
Yeah, I love sides, right? I'm so bad, but it's certain sides that's gonna get the best of me.
Oh, okay.
You know, you make some macaroni and cheese, now you boy gonna have some fun. I love them noodles and cheese now.
I ain't gotta have macaroni, but go ahead, continue.
What wrong with
Uh,
what wrong with
I like green stuff.
You like green stuff?
hmm
Why?
I just love it. I
What's
love kale. I love broccoli. I can eat a salad every day.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Asparagus.
It do something to my system.
Oh, whatever, sir. Whatever, sir.
But now, if it's spinach on pizza, hallelujah.
Oh, hallelujah. Now I've gotten to the point now because I'm grown and I'm bougie. I like spinach at breakfast.
Really? How do you eat
Yes.
it?
It could be in your omelet. I like it on my plate. You
I
know,
can do that.
they have like a sauteed like spinach, like my breakfast food. I'm gonna tear it up.
I can rock with that. I can
Yeah, all
rock
of
with
this.
that.
And if we
Food
having a bougie
connoisseurs.
brunch, I like collard greens with my
But
grits.
you know what? I need you like certain foods, like if it's an omelet, something like that. I need you to cut that up, right?
Yeah.
Like don't have
The
me
whole leaf.
biting one leaf and the rest of it coming out like with the stem. Like don't do that to me.
He said with the stem.
Listen, fam, we'll be back with our final 15 coming up after this.
Yeah.
Now you asked me, could I cook?
Can you cook?
Yes, I can cook.
What you be cooking?
It just depends. I like to cook a lot of international food.
Okay.
Because I don't eat a lot of
Very
soul
cultured
food.
woman. I see.
Yeah, I am.
I know you can cook if you cooking international food.
Yeah.
You got a wok at home?
Well, not anymore. I did have one.
My mama was a beast with that wok.
Man,
right?
listen.
And
And
stir fry.
when you burn yourself with that wok, you got it, baby.
Oh.
You got it, baby.
When I come out there and I see that red wok, I say it's going down.
It's going down tonight. And I told you last week, like to me, that's my favorite part of culture exchange. So I want to eat give me something from your country or your area, and that makes me feel good.
Now I'm gonna tell you what I can't get with. Now I would eat a lot of that culture's food, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't deal with the like marinating raw meat in the evening.
Oh.
Like that's a little too far for me.
Now some stuff I just like raw,
Really? Like what?
cured with a little lime. It's gonna be good.
What?
I like octopus. I like raw octopus.
Really?
Cured with some lime, still wiggling. As long as they clean it well, it's really good.
Still wiggling?
Yeah, well, the thing sticking skin off the tentacles. Yes,
Oh my god! What does it taste like?
good.
No, like what?
We got trays. What good?
What would you say it tastes like? Like I love squid.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
So
But I'm not gonna eat
octopus,
it raw,
octopus and squid are cousins,
Uh-huh.
and so, but octopus is a little more firm. It's
Right.
it's the same vibe, the same texture, same consistency, but it's a little more firm than squid.
And so naturally, I've had some octopus because now when you buy calamari,
Mm-hmm.
it's normally some octopus
Mixed in there.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So I've had it, but it's always fried. You know,
Yeah.
once you fry stuff, it's a different thing. Get it?
Okay, so
Anyway,
what they have for church in Miami, so we can go there and eat.
what do they have?
Find some church stuff in Miami, Trey. Find us some Jesus to go get in Miami, and so we can go and eat. But because Miami has some of the best fresh seafood you can get. But they make us a ceviche, which has shark in there. Ceviche.
Okay.
It has octopus, it has calamari, shrimp and crab.
How's it cooked?
It's not cooked. It's like
Raw.
It's not raw. It's not raw. It's not raw. Just relax. It's not raw. But you can get grilled stuff in there if you want to.
Uh-huh.
But you get the flavor is so good. Oh my god.
Okay.
Most of us see our
Because you gotta, not that you have to stop eating fried seafood, but to get good flavor, you gotta come out of that.
Yeah, so I don't mind. I love
Because good
seafood.
seasoned bread make anything taste good.
Oh, absolutely. I love seafood, right? My mom, Hampton, Virginia. I was born in Hampton, Virginia.
Mhm.
So I love seafood. We used to go crabbing and everything. with
Oh
my grandma.
yeah.
So I love seafood, but because I was younger, there was only certain ways we ate it. You know, people are so brand new to like steamed seafood. And it's like that's all they did. You
Yeah.
know?
So my
That's
dad,
quick in the crib.
my dad will make anything. You know what I'm saying? So like tonight, I'm hoping that if my sister's watching, make sure y'all tell them I'm talking about this now. Friday, my dad will go get bushels of oysters, and if you ate them, everybody had their own. Oh my God, fresh oysters from Capital Oyster Bar when it was on the boulevard. Yes, goodness. Or we go. It was a restaurant called Red Snapper that was in front of the Walmart on the boulevard. That's now the car wash in front of City Trades. That was a restaurant called Red Snapper. Oh, in heaven.
So you still say Miami? What Pensacola's closer?
To us,
That's 2 hours.
I mean, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
But the closer you are to the Marine,
yeah,
the fresher is, the good, better is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, because Montgomery, you know, it was bad because when we were younger, like Red Lobster was it. You know what I mean?
Well, it was other places to go. Your parents probably just weren't growing there.
We thought Red Lobster was the thing, is what I'm saying.
And I still like Red Lobsters. Y'all dumped them, but I like them. A Cheddar Bay biscuit, I'm cool with
Oh,
it.
that biscuit is the die for. But that seafood got real miniature.
Right.
So we went everywhere because once again, my mom from Hampton, so
Mhm.
we were big on going to Pensacola on a regular. Me and my dad go fishing. We come back with all types of crab.
Mhm.
Mama would go nuts. I'm talking about. That's how I fell in love with crab, right?
Right.
From the root to the tutor, breaking it apart,
Breaking apart, eating them.
lungs, you
Mhm.
know, gone, all that good stuff, and real crab cakes.
Oh yeah.
Like meat and only meat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Not all this stuffing mess.
Mhm.
But when it came down to the quick, I want seafood, it was Red
Right.
Lobster.
Right. And so, like I said, my dad took us to Capital Oyster Bar. We went to the seafood markets here.
Like, I
He
miss
would
Capital
cook.
Oyster. I ain't been over there in a while.
Why not?
Because I used to work on base.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
easy for me
Okay.
to hit
Yeah.
that quick
Yeah.
run.
You really don't go out your circle.
Yeah. Hey, you ever been to Oyster Bar?
Nah, I ain't.
Now,
What?
you know Old
No.
St. James right over there.
Yeah. Oh, Phil. Yeah.
Yeah, Old Field sitting over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I love that, and it's fresh.
Now,
Mhm.
growing up, my dad.
Because
did a
the
lot of
guy
cooking.
from Capital Oyster Bar, his brother goes fishing. Like that's his supplier.
His brother.
Yeah. It's I think it's 3 partners there, and 2 of the partners' brothers are actual fishermen. So the stuff they're using is fresh.
That's
Just
why it
like
has
Justin
that- that's why it
Seafood
has that
meat.
taste in it.
Destin Seafood on Umbridge Road. Same thing with them. The brothers go catch the fish, and David is selling here in Montgomery.
That thing good.
That's why it has that taste, that freshness. in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That thing up so
But growing up, my dad would cook all the seafood though, so he would cook.
Yeah. Dan, can you cook, please?
Huh?
Can you cook?
Yeah. I'm real good.
I think that's a lie.
No. This is.
Are you serious?
No.
I thought they said you couldn't cook.
No. That ain't me.
Okay.
I can cook.
Okay.
I don't know if Trey cooks.
She talking about you.
I was coming right away, brother.
No, I knew she was coming. I don't know because she said. I thought you said I didn't. I thought you heard me say that I can't cook. That's what you said.
Yeah, I thought you heard.
Yeah,
you
I was
could- you
saying
could
maybe Trey said I can cook though. I'm big on like I got this flat top.
cook. Mhm,
Like
mhm,
some,
mhm. The hibachi style.
yeah.
uh-huh.
I'm just clowning out there. I'm just clowning. One morning I felt so good. I woke up, made breakfast for my kids and everything. I'm out there making
Okay.
omelets and come on,
The
here.
double fold.
Come on, here. Look, the eggs start slipping to the back.
Bring that.
You ain't going nowhere. Where you going? Stop back talking.
So Trey, you can't cook.
I do a little something.
So what does that mean? Like explain.
I
Does
do-
that mean I can make
I-
hot dogs and
I
French
do-
fries,
I do-
or
I
I can
do-
cook breakfast?
I do enough to survive.
Oh no, we're not going to Pastor Trey house.
See, I was always,
That's why I married a wife who's a cooker though. Avid cooker.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's a plus.
I married smart.
Okay, you said I'm very
I
smart.
married very smart.
ain't nothing wrong with that, dog. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, my mom. I was a mama's boy, right? Love my dad, follow my dad everywhere, but I was a mama's boy. when it came to the house, because I feel like I was always one of those kids who it didn't take much for me to get, over something.
Mm-hmm.
Once something became mundane for me, I was on to the next. So
Mm-hmm.
I love baking,
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
good cake, all that good stuff.
You know, they said bakers are the most disciplined people in the world. Them and piano players.
I play piano too.
Mhm.
But I love baking. And then the only problem I have is I need to know who's coming before I start cooking.
Yeah, because you don't have to
I
prepare.
don't waste no food.
Yeah. Now, see, I, in the last couple years, have just learned to cook in small portions. Because it was a journey.
I'm good at that.
And I lived alone, so I'm cooking for 4 people and ain't for people.
I don't even, look, we would get up. Me and my little sister would get up. We went to Baldwin, so we left early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We lived in the area back when it was country.
Yeah, in the
So
woods.
that's a long drive to get to Montgomery, and we knew how to make a folded egg like McDonald's. We knew it was gonna take all it was gonna take for everything to be right was 4 halves of bacon,
Mm-hmm.
right? 2 strips. Put on there 2 slices of cheese. I will put cheese on both sides. I'm a cheese man.
Me too.
And I'm gonna smash that joint. And then I started making 2 of them. I knew exactly how many eggs it took every time.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't never waste no food. Like never. And so I'm the same way now. Like I cook with like that.
People in mind.
Yeah, so don't just pop up think you finna get some food, because none of this was prepared for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like even it'd be hard sometimes when my kids want extra.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, I didn't prepare for extra. Like,
Dang.
go get some cereal, cuz.
Mm-hmm.
I'm prepared for you to eat them eggs I put on your plate.
This is your daily bread.
Right.
Take these.
Daily.
Eat this.
This is for today.
This is all it
We'll worry
is.
about tomorrow when it comes.
Right.
But this is today.
You come to my house and go, hey man, bro, I ain't fixed my plate yet, bro. Now you still don't know how to cook small portions. Hey, you gotta convert, bro. Though you gotta get back to your boils. Now, what be scaring me is these folk in Montgomery be showing off their boils, and it don't look like no season on them. It be pale.
You mean like seafood bowl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't be no season. Where that old bay at?
Yeah.
This white
I've lived in
meat.
Louisiana. I want mine to be colored.
Montgomery's inspiration station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY. We are still going on this Friday evening. It's 5:27 here at the capital city. We got 3 more minutes left on this edition of Straight Church.
No chaser.
With yours truly, Pastor Trey.
Your boy Pastor Lee B.
And
Sister Jackson.
Yeah. Now look, we're gonna do this. So you got the real, the relevant, the righteous. Let's go.
All right.
you ready?
Let's go.
You know we got to keep things real.
Relevant.
And
righteous.
Okay. We gotta work that out.
yeah, you did. It's all good. I'll let you have it today. So listen, we got to wrap up because we got 2.5 minutes left. So final thoughts on loving yourself.
Loving yourself.
Final thoughts.
You know, I think it's imperative. It's necessary for us to do this. I do believe holistically that it's imperative for us to consider ourselves first.
Mhm.
I'm reminded that when you get on the airplane, they always teach you with the masks, those yellow masks that come from the ceiling. They say, put yours on first, then you can help someone else. So I think, and I hope, and I pray that out of all we've said and shared today, that one principle will stick with you. You're no good for anyone else if you're not taking care of yourself. Sister Jackson.
I would also say give yourself grace.
Mhm.
Run only your race.
What?
And when you come to the place,
Uh-huh.
show up authentically, sincerely, and with your goals in mind. And then if you sit at the table, don't give all you have. Take something away when you leave.
Man.
You start that thing like the cat in the hat. You talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure, you know,
Set some grace. Run your race.
run your race.
At
Don't
your pace.
hear me. Stay in your lane.
And when you show up in that space.
Hear me. Be there or
For
be
sure.
square.
For sure. Pastor Trey.
Man, last thoughts for me would just simply be embrace who you are.
Uh-huh.
Love you, love the skin that you're in, love
Right.
the mind that you have. Understand that God organically made you who you are. He made you
Hello?
authentically who you are. And so you have to just learn how to embrace you. There's only one you. No one else has your DNA. No one else has the mind that you have. No one else has the ideas or the thought process that you have. So just embrace who you are. So that's just for me. I think one of the best ways to love yourself is to embrace yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Flaws and all.
And not even flaws and all, your perfections and all.
Mm,
Don't let nobody tell you nothing about you.
mm.
Be confident in yourself. If you love yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing to change your mind.
Be
Okay.
unapologetically you.
Unapologetically. Yeah, I love that.
Well, that's good. Well, fam, we pray and hope that something was said that will be a blessing to you. This man,
LeBron!
Darth Vader over there. He just...
He sound like the cartoon voice from Aladdin.
Oh, you talking about the voice at the beginning?
Yeah.
See?
Arabian boy.
This man.
And it's time to get out of here.
Listen, fam, we got to get ready to go. And we'll be back next Friday.
This is
Meet
the
us
Benedict.
at the Nixon Times Garden on Sunday with Young Men on a Mission. They are having their community wellness day. They're also raising money for their spring trip. Y'all come out and support the boys. We need all the help we can get to make sure they have a good spring break trip. Nixon Times Garden from 1 to 3 or 10 to 3. It's on Facebook. Look them up. Young Men on a Mission.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Woo!
I am for real. All right, family, we out of here.
All right. Have a good one, day. Thank
Listen.
y'all for tuning in.
Don't forget, church is coming on Sunday. Make sure you get up, get dressed,
Go to church.
go to church. Even if you're attending virtual, be faithful to it while you're there.
And pray for somebody. Pray for
Yeah.
yourself.
Absolutely. Peace and blessings, fam.
We'll see you Facebook.